Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. As usual, we're going to do a quick recap of what occurred last session, and then we'll get underway with tonight's session. So team, you'll likely recall when we picked up last session, you guys were in Saltmarsh proper. You had just completed a week of downtime. When we got into the session, we asked each of you guys to describe how you spent your downtime. After that was complete, we got into some of the general stuff that's going around town. We had Lucan waking up in On the Hook shop where he lives there with his uncle. After coming down, he noticed that there was a notice posted essentially between the door and the door jamb. When he pulled that notice out, it indicated that his uncle had been taken to jail to answer some questions, and that if Lucan had any questions, to speak to Eleander. So Lucan did set off to track down Eleander in Hulwatch Tower. Eventually, speaking with him, Eleander Firebrand is the captain of the guard here in Saltmarsh, so you can think of him as sort of the head of the military in Saltmarsh. And essentially what he explained to Lucan is that Thomas was asked to answer some questions, and it was based on this sort of secretive explanation. Eleander explained that he couldn't provide too much information because it was an active, ongoing investigation. But he did indicate that it's not his investigation. It's from an outside group, and that Thomas was taken to the barracks and jail there for questioning, but that Eleander told Lucan not to worry. Lucan was a little bit disappointed with that answer, but eventually accepted it, expecting to see his uncle before too long. He didn't return before the team decided to leave, but that's certainly something that's hanging out there. The rest of the activities we had, team learned about a box that was discovered by one of the other groups in the Adventurers Guild. And it was this very small box, and no one had been able to open it so far. So eventually our team members had made it over to the Adventurers Guild, spoke to a different Thomas. This Thomas is the leader of the Pack. That's the name of another adventuring group. That Thomas produced the box, indicated that it couldn't be opened by anybody. People had tried to open it, but nobody was successful so far. It had a keyhole on the front, but the keyhole itself was blocked by a piece of metal. And after a bit of skill checks and trying to see what the team could determine, I believe it was Lucan that recognized the flower pattern on the box was very similar to musical notes and how musical notes are documented. And this gave an indication that perhaps it had something to do with the song. The team tried to see if anybody in their immediate group was able to be a decent singer, and when nobody volunteered, Thomas himself offered to step up and take on that role. After he sung a tune and just kind of kept it as straight as he could, the little piece of metal inside flipped open, which is very interesting because previously the box did not track as magical. So this is some kind of a mechanical method that is being used to, when a certain tone or frequency is hit, this causes the little slip of metal to move and reveal the keyhole. With the keyhole revealed, we had Jiro then taking his lockpicks to the box to see if he could open it, and was successful in doing so. Inside was revealed to be a very beautiful looking reddish stone with the image of a boar impressed upon it. The owner of the box, once again Thomas, indicated that he would have given the team a little bit of coin for their help in opening it. The team tried to negotiate a little bit and say like, well, maybe we want the stone, but Thomas indicated like, hey, I did all the trouble, me and my group did all the trouble, and how about I just throw you guys some coin your way? And eventually the group decided that was sufficient. So after coin was handed over to the team resolved that piece. They also looked at the board a bit to see what was there. Some things have been updated. Mostly things have been either resolved or there's been no immediate change there. Let's see, what else did we have going on in the team? We got to learn where everybody lived. So we got a brief explanation of where each of our characters lived here in town. And then we had Brannick taking off to visit Mr. Ned Shakeshaft, who has returned to Saltmarsh. As you'll remember, he was the individual missing in session 1 that our team went and looked for. Ned, again, is an individual who most people around Saltmarsh know him to some degree or another, but he's not exactly anybody's really good friend. It's just kind of like everybody knows him. He's kind of known to be a little bit of mischievous and or gets into trouble kind of guy, but it's usually not serious trouble, like minor things, stealing a pie or something like that. So the team, after Brannick went and spoke with Ned explained that he'd gotten himself into some trouble and that he owed some money essentially to what amounts to some loan sharks here in Saltmarsh, and that he was trying to see what he could do to get out from underneath that debt. He had taken a silver hairpin from his mother's jewelry box and taken that to this individual to try to get the deal cleared, but this individual did not accept that as being enough to clear the debt. And so Ned was still on the hook. Ned essentially asked Brannick for some help. He said he knew where this guy was going to be, which was the old haunted house up the road along the coast, just a few miles outside of Saltmarsh. And he asked Brannick if him and his friends, after hearing about their success in the ancient ruins, would like to head there and check it out, find where this guy is. Ned indicated that this guy has a lot of illicit goods, a lot of ill-gotten gains, that sort of thing, and that Brannick could go there, essentially take care of two birds with one stone kind of deal, and enrich himself and the rest of the group. Ned sort of implied that Brannick should kind of just keep this to himself and just reveal what he wants to the team. But when Brannick got back to the tavern where the group decided all to meet to plan their next course of action, he did reveal this information to the team. And eventually the team decided that it was worthwhile to follow up on this lead and see exactly what was going on. If these people were criminals, that would be doing somewhat of a good deed. And why not? It's one other place to go to perhaps get some coin. So our team made their way outside of town, went to the haunted house a few miles outside of Saltmarsh, sort of scoped out the outskirts of it, eventually made their way to the back, used a grappling hook that was recently purchased to throw it up to the window, and then climb inside one after the other. There were some broken shards of glass on the upper window, and the team decided to each try to nimbly go through, and even though the DM paused each time to ask that's what they were doing, and curious if anybody just tried to break the glass out before they went through, no one said that. So each team member had a little bit of risk of getting cut, and several of them did. But eventually each team member made their way into the room above, found that it was very much abandoned, though there were some clothes there that looked to be fairly recent, and then kind of explored around this haunted house. There wasn't much sign of anything of the haunting nature, though there was some weakened floorboards. At one point we had Jiro falling through the floor and landing down below. We also had an encounter with swarms of spiders that descended from a chimney, and then another one from above the door in that same room. Our team fought those swarms and managed to defeat them, though learned that dealing with swarms with weapons that only target a single individual, or even spells that only target a single individual is not very effective. So the team gathered this information before eventually deciding to make their way to the cellar, because they wanted to find out what really was going on in this location. Was it being used as a hideout for some kind of criminal organization? Eventually did make their way downstairs to the cellar, discovered that there was a corpse here that looked in very poor state, wearing a suit of plate mail. It also had a weapon and I believe a shield next to it as well. When the team approached it, two swarms of these really gross, fat, white, maggoty-like worms burst forth from the corpse and took the fight to our team. Once again, the team learned that fighting these creatures with abilities or attacks that only target a single individual is not very effective, but luckily enough managed to kill both of the swarms without being hit even once. Who knows how deadly that would have been if they actually got hit. But eventually the team then explored the southern wall along the fireplace, discovered, I think it was Jiro, discovered upon searching a lever inside of the fireplace, and using that lever it opened a secret door on the south wall of the cellar room. Pretty quickly it was obvious that there were folks on the other side of that door, and we found ourselves in a combat situation. So far essentially what has occurred is Lucan procured a scroll of grease and used that on the doorway, likely thinking that the enemies would try to run through to attack our player characters, but instead they kind of turtled up and stayed on the other side and acted more defensively, and this ended up being more of a hindrance to our player characters as they had to then move through the grease. Right at the last moment, we had 9 reeds rushing ahead and taking the fight to this individual. It's hard to say what exact group or whatever he's with, some kind of a thug of some kind, but there is also a spellcaster amongst them, and the spellcaster has blasted 9 reeds with multiple spells, and 9 reeds has fallen down to the ground unconscious. And that is essentially where we left off. Team, what did I miss that anybody would like to add?
Let's see. We were at the Adventurers Guild. We learned before we opened the box what it takes to get on the leaders board. It's basically when you go, there's like maybe a major magic item. The value of that would get us potentially on the leaders board as far as the magic item, like singular magic item that we find.
Yes, indeed. Yep, you were told that consumables don't count, so even though you might have found a potion or whatnot in your first foray into the ancient ruins, that doesn't quite qualify. They're only looking for permanent magic items. So, yes, good addition. Go and take inspiration, Brock.
Thank you.
Not really a update, but something actually you corrected in my mind, which, yes, you're right, it was a scroll of grease that I used, but I did decrement a spell slot, which was a mistake. I should not. Scrolls don't burn spell slots, so that was an oops there, so I just need to adjust that.
So not inspiration, but I got you a whole spell slot then. All right.
I'll take it.
Even better.
All right, if there's nothing else... Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Adam, probably not any inspiration worthy, but the guy that's down here, I guess the leader, his name is Edgar, and our buddy there owed 40 gold pieces, so in case that comes important at all.
Good enough. Yeah, go ahead and take inspiration, Brannick. You are looking for Edgar, at least if you're trying to do what Ned has asked you to do, which essentially is kill the guy that he owes money to, clearing his debt. So yeah, good thing to keep in the back of your mind. All right, team, if nothing else, let's go ahead and get us back over to where we left off in the thick of this battle. All right, we are at the top of the round with Brannick. I'm going to go ahead and switch up our music, but Brannick, take it away.
Yeah. Darn grease and everything.
We need to get in here.
Yeah. Hey, Adam, I know that's difficult terrain, but if I go slowly, does that have any impact instead of me running in or anything?
I don't know if Brannick would know that or not. Would you like to use your action to try to study the grease and see if you can...
Hell no, I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in.
All right, as you step into the grease, please give me a dexterity saving throw. All right, that's good enough. So you do not fall down, but yes, it is difficult terrain.
Nine Reeds is behind the corner next to me. Watch out for that guy over there.
All right, Adam, so I see this thing over here, correct?
Yes, you do, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast 3 gusts of real heavy wind. In other words, aka magic missile.
Okay, those will automatically find their mark. Go ahead and post that. We'll see how damaged this individual is. All right, so as those 3 blasts of concentrated air strike into that target, you see they drop to the ground.
All right, that's going to end my turn.
All right, and then Brannick, go ahead and roll me a d20. Yes, that person.
I can always roll low. You got that counted on. Yeah.
That person has indeed passed away. All right, next up. Coming from the doorway is another individual. As they get to here, you notice they have a long bow in hand, and they are going to direct these shots over at Brock. So Brock, I'm going to need 2 defense rolls as 2 arrows fly your way. All right, you managed to evade both of those strikes as this guy then slips back that direction. All right, this guy's turn. All right, you hear the sound of the door closing, Brock, as we move to Lucan.
Lucan's going to move 5 to here, and then he's going to take a run and see if he can jump. This is going to be embarrassing if he falls on his own spell. But he's going to try to run up here and try to clear the grease.
All right, so it sounds like you're trying to take a 5-foot step and then jump 15 feet.
Yeah, that math isn't going to work, but he's young. He's naive. He's going to try this.
All right, fair enough. Go ahead and throw me an athletics check as you try to jump. And remember that that one can be public. Yep. All right, so yeah, with that roll, essentially you run and you jump and you realize, yeah, you don't have strength at all. You actually land in the first square. Like you're thinking you're going to do this big jump, and you kind of jump only like 2 feet and then fall down and land in the grease prone.
Hey, so that was embarrassing. Can I use the rest of my movement just to stand back up?
You can, yeah.
And I don't see anybody. Can I? Say 5. That was 5, 10, and then half 15. If I don't have enough to go, I will ready my action to fire a ray of frost if any of the baddies come into my frame of view.
All right, I'll rely on you if you see one of them to call that out.
Sounds good.
You should have done the slippy slide thing.
Yeah, just slide right across. That's like a baseball slide. That would have been awesome.
Nice.
All right, we move to Aldrin.
All right, I'm gonna run here. 5, 10. I have just my shield in my hand. I don't know if it would take 2 hands to do this, but I have a healer's kit. Can I withdraw that and use that to stabilize?
Sure, yeah. I would say 1 free hand's good enough on the healer's kit. So I imagine it's sort of like a pack. You pull it out, and then you're using your action to actually use the item. So yeah, that's sufficient.
Okay. Stabilize. 9 reads, and then I will move 20 to there and 25 to there. And I assume that was both my object interaction and my action. So I will use my bonus action to redraw my pack trident because I can manifest it into my hand.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
All right, 9 reads, you are stabilized, so you don't need to make checks, but we're going to go ahead and skip your turn. All right, this guy's going to make his way out to here. You're going to notice that he has a crossbow in hand. He's going to take a shot over at Brannick. Brannick, I need a defense roll.
Okay, and I promise to roll high.
Unfortunately, not high enough, so that crossbow bolt swings through the air, striking into you. That's going to be 3 points of piercing damage from the bolt.
Bastard.
Okay, next up we have Jiro, who's currently standing in grease.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the grease. Move here. And I know that there's people coming from the lower corner, but I don't know if there's anybody coming from the side where Brock's guarding. So I'm gonna
Right around
hold.
the corner. He's right around the corner. Do you see me? You gotta get in here, man.
Hey, lock the door. Or closed it.
All right. I don't know if I can get through there this turn. But I will hold an action if an enemy comes into view on this side to shoot him.
Okay, action is ready. All right. This one's going to come up to here, quickly look in your direction, and then look back the way she came and say, "You can do this, Ark!" And then she's going to, with her crossbow, or I'm sorry, with her longbow, I should say, she's going to take a couple of shots at Brock. Brock, 2 defense rolls, please.
Yeah, you see my blue dot, Adam? That's from dodging last session.
Okay. So with dodging, you will effectively avoid both of those attacks. And then, Brock, it is your turn.
Okay. Hey, they're popping in out of the other door to the left. To my right, I guess. 5, 10 to there. And I want to... I got to bring 9 reads up. Okay, so use my belt. I'm giving him a healing potion.
All right, and remind me what's in your hands.
Nothing. I'm a pugilist.
Okay, so nothing in your hand. So you interact with object to pull a potion up to your hand and use your bonus action to feed it to 9 reads. So 9 reads, go ahead and restore 2d4 plus 2. And then based on our house rules, since you were stabilized before you were healed, you don't take a level of exhaustion from this.
And as you come to it, like, stay down. They're shooting. Stay down. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to ready action grapple if the door is open.
You're going to try to grapple a target on the other side of the door if the door is open?
Yeah, if it opens, forget. I might roll nat. So, yeah, I'm going to try to grab the dude if the door opens.
Okay.
And I will... I use my bonus action. Yep, in my turn.
All right, back to the top of the round with Brannick.
Alrighty. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast my cantrip there, Ray of Frost, or whatever one I have. Hold on. Anyway, once I see a target, it's gonna get the Ray of Frost.
All right, so you're readying an action to cast Ray of Frost on a target that you see. All right, this guy's going to make his way through the door.
Yeah, like I
Nice.
said, Ray of Frosters.
All right, you critically hit the bed that is right here at the edge of the range of your Ray of Frost.
Oh. I should have meant if in range. But anyway, yeah, that's cool. All right.
In response, this guy's going to go ahead and take a shot at you, Brannick, with his longbow. 2 defense rolls, please.
Yeah, that really sucks, by the way.
I had to double check the range. I was like, I can't remember how far that is.
I didn't even bother looking because I just figured it'd be a range, you know.
All right, you are struck twice here, Brannick. It's going to be 5 and 6 points of piercing damage for a total of 11 points of damage.
Yeah, but
Alright.
that pillow that was horribly hurt.
It's very icy, yes. All right, so you guys are going to hear the sound of like furniture being moved up against the door is your best bet. And we'll move over to Lucan.
All right, Lucan's going to try to get into this room, so I guess this would be 10 to here.
Dexterity
and
saving throw.
Dex save. That can be public, right?
Yes, it can.
All right, we'll see if I fall or not. Yay.
No, you're good. So that's 10 feet, but you can continue moving.
Okay. 15, 20, 25 to there.
They're shooting from the other side.
Where are you? He'll go
You'll see.
30 to here. And I think they're gonna get. So I'm gonna ready my ray of frost again. If something pokes through right here, Adam, or if one of the enemies pokes through, I think that's where Brannock is. Brock is. So if anybody besides Brock comes through that door, I'm gonna hit them with ray of frost.
Okay, fair
Rock is
enough.
over here.
Move to
I'm
Aldrin.
gonna. So I've got spear and shield in hand. I assume I can't just try to open the door with an object interact. So. If
I
that
mean,
is
you
the
could
case,
try to
I'll
hit it with your elbow, but it doesn't open easily, is what I will say.
Okay, I'll try to like bash through the door, like
right.
if I can, like sprint through it. Maybe take a step back and run into it. Kind of.
Sure, so this is going to count as you using your action to essentially try to bull rush the door. Go ahead and give me an athletics check as you try to slam into the door.
Okay. Does this need to be blind or can it be public?
It's athletics, you can make it public. All right, you slam into the door and you see that it moves, but not enough to break free of whatever's blocking it from the other side.
Okay.
I can try.
All right, I'm gonna go after the other guys.
Okay.
10. Can I get to that spot right there, or no?
Yeah, you could stand there.
35 to there, and in my turn.
Okay, Nine reads prone on the ground, brought back up with a potion of healing. What would you like to do?
Me feel better. And then I'm going to stand up. Object interact, stow, trident. Bonus action, use a healing potion.
Okay, so here's how I'm going to rule this. So you got knocked to the ground unconscious. You're probably not holding onto your trident. So you can stand up and then interact with the object to draw the potion of healing to your hand. Bonus action to drink it, and then your trident still on the ground.
Okay, that works for me because that means I can just pick it up. Oh, man. Can I use inspiration?
If you really want to, sure.
Can you really?
I mean, yeah,
That might
you
be
could.
worth it.
I mean, you're
I'm
only
gonna do
gonna.
that.
Yeah, feel free.
Ah, that is much better.
Yes, you went from the worst to average. So, yep.
Okay. And then I am going to. So I've got 5 more feet of movement. I'm gonna action dodge. And
Okay.
then my turn.
All right, this guy's gonna make his way out to the room.
Ray of Frost.
All right, that ray of frost slams on the back wall, does not connect. In response, he is going to try to shoot you, Lucan, so I'll need a defensive roll from you. Looks like you did not have your token selected there, but I'm sure that's still going to hit you, even with what you roll, because you rolled a 3. So this is going to go ahead and connect against you, dealing 8 points of piercing damage as the bolt strikes you right in the shoulder. Next up is Jiro.
I'm gonna see if I can make it through the grease.
All right, dexterity saving throw. That, I believe, is exactly what you need, so we'll count that as good enough.
So 25 to get here.
Yep. If you're trying to talk, I'm not hearing you. I see you pinging.
Oh, wrong button. I'm gonna hold an action to shoot anybody that comes through that door.
Okay.
Where did my... Okay.
Alrighty, next up is this person's turn. They're going to step out of that area. And then they're going to go ahead and take a shot at Lucan. Lucan, please give me a defensive roll. Lucan, you get struck by the first shot. This deals 8 points of piercing.
That takes me down.
All right, so you fall to the ground. They quickly then take a second shot at Aldrin. Defensive roll, Aldrin.
Okay, this should be at advantage because of the cloak.
Yeah, plenty good enough. And then they're going to back away.
Would Jiro have been able to take the shot with the crossbow bolt that he was ready?
Yeah, that's why I paused, but I didn't hear anything, so I'm trying to keep us moving. Brock.
Okay. Brock's gonna step here just for theatrics, but Brannick and Nineweeds will see Brock kind of pump himself up like a prize fighter, getting all ready. So I'm gonna use a bonus action. What is my thing? Oh yeah, bonus action. It's gonna call Brace Up.
All right, I don't think we've seen this one in action yet. All right, brace up.
Just pumping myself up, getting ready for a fight. Okay, so let's see. What does it say? Fisticuffs die, which is a D8, equal to my roll plus pugilist level and con mod. Okay, D8. Here we go. 10, and then pod is 3, so 13. Does that check, Adam?
I don't know your con mod, but that certainly could be if it's +3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a +3. Yep. Okay. So you see him get pumped up, and I'm gonna go. Yes, open this freaking door.
All
And
right.
I
So,
can use my hands, of course.
so you're using athletics to try to break through the door. Go ahead and throw me an athletics check. All right, you slam into the door, and it does push through. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock and open this. You knock the person who was holding the door backwards to the space they're in now. As soon as that occurs, the readied action from the wizard goes off, and you are blasted with some magic. So I will need you to give me a defensive roll. All right, you managed to avoid this as this arcane magic blast flashes right over your head.
Which one did it?
The guy that's behind you. So this one, not the guy that's closest to you, the one that's a little bit further away.
Okay. The bald guy. Okay.
The bald guy, yes.
That was my action. Open the door. My bonus action. Okay, so I'm done with movement. Done with action. I'm going to say there's 2 in here, plus that bitch spellcaster. I'm going to move here and get in melee. Trust in my friends. Come and help me.
Okay, next up is him, and he is going to, let's see, yeah, he's going to try to blast you with some magic again here, Brock. Another defensive roll. This time it does manage to slam into you, this arcane burst of energy. That's going to deal 13 points of force damage. All right, next up is Brannick.
All right, I'm going to try to shake off some of the damage I took a little bit. I'm going to use my second wind. Yes!
Nice roll.
That may not be, they may not be exciting or anything, but I'm not going to use my inspiration on that one, but I will take the 2. Now, I'll fix that in a second because now I'm down to 0. I did something wrong. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to see that my friend Brock has an issue here. This guy here. I'm going to go ahead and shoot one more air bolt at him, aka a magic missile, and I'm going to shoot 2 at the other guy.
Okay.
And that'll be done with all my spell slots, just to let you know. I guess that only did 1 there. I'm going to go ahead and push it again. I don't know why. Usually it goes all 3 times.
All right, it was consistent. So the first one strikes into this guy. He is going to drop to the ground. The next 2 slam into the guy in the back, wounding him.
All right, and I'm going to come right there, and that'll end my turn.
All right, next up is this guy. He's going to make his way out of the door.
Can I shoot him?
You sure can. Yes, go ahead and make your attack. 10. Unfortunately, it's not going to be good enough. That's going to strike the back wall. He is going to go ahead and take a shot at Aldrin. 2 shots at Aldrin.
Okay. Advantage or on these rolls. So.
All right, he's going to actually hit you on the second one, not the first one, because that's advantage. But the longbow arrow does indeed connect.
Okay.
That's going to deal 5 points of piercing damage, and then I believe your cloak stops functioning, right?
So a question on that. So that's exactly what my temporary HP is. Is that considered damage?
Yes.
Okay, so my full temp HP, which also means my Armor of Agathis is not doing anything anymore, but yeah, okay.
All right, so yep, so it sounds like your cloak stops functioning until the start of your turn. Let's see, Brannick, please roll me a d20. All right,
Oh,
that
man.
guy is dead. No, remember, we always use inverse, so 1s are bad for you, so that guy does indeed die. Okay, Lucan, you are currently on the ground. Please throw me a blind death saving throw. Okay, and I'm tracking that on my side. We'll move to Aldrin's turn, and the cloak begins working again.
Okay, so the healer's kit is an action. Is there? So I don't think there's any way that I can use it because I have shield in one hand and trident in the other. But could I free action stow my trident, use my action to basically take out the healer's kit and place it like on the table right in front of Jiro so that he could use it?
Yep, yeah, I'd allow that. So interact with object to stow your trident, and then action to produce the healer's kit and put it on the table. Sure.
Yep, and then bonus action to resummon my trident into my hand, and then I'm going to start running 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 to there.
Okay.
My turn.
Okay, next up is 9 reads.
Okay. I'll object interact, pick up my trident. I will bonus action rage. And then I'm going to action dash. With these beds, this might be a really silly question, but can I like basically run along them?
You can try, but if you're trying to jump basically bed to bed to bed, I'm going to call that acrobatics check, and if you fail, you're going to basically fall in between the beds.
Okay, that's fine. So I will have 60 feet of movement. Maybe, okay, perfect. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Me got your back.
Glad you
And
have
end turn.
Okay, next up is this guy. He's going to pull out from his side a scimitar as he steps up to here. He's then going to swing his scimitar out at you, Aldrin.
Alright.
Defense roll, please.
Oh my gosh, wait, is
That is a critical hit. That's a double 1. That is what we call the wowies. All right, so
Yeah, I can't believe
I'm gonna
somebody
use the reaction to the block reaction on a critical. My shield.
okay, so you damage your shield, but this is then converted into a regular hit.
Nice.
Yep.
So that's going to deal 7 slashing damage to Aldrin, and then your cloak stops working. He is then going to back away.
I will. I already reacted. Okay, never mind.
Yes, you did. All right, we move to Jiro.
So, stow the crossbow, pick up the healer's kit, move here, and bonus action. Let's see. Free action, stow the crossbow. Action, pick up the healer's kit. Bonus action, apply it to Lucan. Is that?
That does not work, but what you can do is, since the crossbow is two-handed, you just take one hand off of it, and then using your other hand, you can grab it as an interact with objects. Now you have it in hand, and then you can use your action to stabilize Lucan.
Okay. Action, stabilize Lucan.
Okay, so what you'll end with is healer's kit in one hand, crossbow in the other, and then Lucan is stabilized.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, and then really quick, just this house rule for the block reaction, just going back to this real quick, Aldrin. So you chose to use your shield to block this, so you actually have to make a saving throw. It might not even damage your shield. So you'll make a strength saving throw here, and the DC for the save equals the creature's attack source. Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw. Actually, so your shield won't even be damaged, so you just absorb the blow, no worries.
Nice.
Alrighty, this one's turn. She's going to step up to here to give her line of sight on you, Aldrin, and she's going to fire her longbow at you twice. I'll need 2 defensive rolls.
Alright.
So the 26, you will obviously evade that. The 14, however, she is going to connect against you.
Okay.
This is going to deal 5 points piercing damage as that arrow hits, and then she's going to move away. All right, we're back over to Brock.
Yeah, move here. I see candles on the table. I'm going to swipe one up on my way. Step here and then use it. Hit this guy with a candlestick. I'm assuming it's a candlestick, Adam.
Yep, it's a candle. So
Looks
not
cool.
not like a big silvery stick or whatever, but more like just the the waxy part.
Yeah, I'm going to bosh him with an improvised weapon. Here we go with the attack.
That will miss. You miss the unarmored robe-wearing wizard.
Use a moxie point to do the 1-2 punch for my bonus action attack. So he's going to get 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay, this couldn't possibly go wrong. Critical,
Yeah.
nice. All right, you sock him solidly.
And then he's going to be sapped with that because I used an improvised weapon. And here's my second bonus attack.
Yep, that will hit as well. All right, you will wound him a second time as you hit him twice.
Okay, now can I use my dragon thing right now?
What's your dragon thing?
The thing from the stone. I have 1 point. I don't know what it is, but I want to dig deep at him to this dragon. My skill.
Your 1 tech point doesn't really do anything at this point. It's not enough knowledge yet to actually turn it into something concrete.
Oh, but he wants to. Okay. And my turn. That's my action, bonus action, movement. All right, he's almost down, Brannick.
All right, in response to getting hit, you see he motions with his hands and thrusts his hand in your face, and this big, brilliant light flashes your way. Multicolored light. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw.
All right, I have inspiration, so keep that in mind when I roll this, please. Do I need to announce it before I fail? I forget the rules.
Nope, you can roll it, and then if you fail, say you're
Okay.
using it. Would you like to use it? All right, so you are not blinded by this effect. Once he sees that you're not blinded, you see he kind of blinks at you, and he says, Sanballat makes a wonderful prisoner. You don't want to kill Sanballat. Brannick.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and use my second wind. So this is my third wind, or however we word that. There's no way I could cast. I can do that thing twice, right? Nice. All right, I'll add that in a second, Adam. I'm going to come up. I'm going to come right there. I heard him say that he wanted to become a prisoner, so I'm going to non-lethal with Shillelagh.
You miss.
And I'm going to tell him, if you want to be prisoner, then surrender.
Stop swinging!
I got manacles right here. We can put you in the irons.
All right, this guy's going to move to here to get a line of sight on you, Aldrin, and take a couple of shots. Let's see, your cloak is not currently working, so just 2 straight up rolls. The second one manages to connect.
All right.
This is going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, that'll drop me.
All right, Aldrin goes to the ground. All right, Lucan, you are stabilized, so no need to roll anything, but unfortunately your turn is skipped. Aldrin, blind death saving throw.
Is that on the? That's on the blind saves.
Yes, it is. Yep. And just remember, make sure you have your token selected. All right, and we'll keep that to ourselves as we move to 9 reads.
Okay, I'm gonna go 5, 10 to the doorway. So wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, and then that is I'm gonna attack because that's what I do best.
You stab out at this guy, and yes, that will connect. He is badly wounded.
Okay. I don't think I've got anything else. So let's see, my movement 5, 10. Kind of put myself in another weird spot, but I kind of have to do it. So
Since this is relatively new, I will remind you about your Sublime Demise reaction.
oh, thank you. I would like to use my reaction to Sublime Demise him.
All right, that will indeed kill him. Unfortunately, he's not considered a worthy opponent based on his CR, but it does indeed kill him, and he is off the map.
Oh, heck yes. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna, let's see, I moved.
Hey, off
5,
the
10,
map is
15,
half the battle there, dude. Good job.
I'm gonna move back 1. Should I move another? No, I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay, next up we have Jiro.
Okay, I'm gonna move over to Aldrin, see if I can stabilize him. Cunning action dash to get here. Action stabilize.
Okay, you pull out some more and stabilize Aldrin. It's at this point, Aldrin, that I'll reveal you rolled a nat 1 on that death save. So luckily that stabilization came quick. All right, so Aldrin is stabilized. I'm hoping somebody, Aldrin, I think this is your kit of here's kit. So I'm hoping you're tracking charges each time one is used.
Yeah, I did on mine, and I just took off 2 more charges, one for Lucan and one for me.
Good deal. All right, awesome. Okay, this one's turn. They're going to come up to here and take a couple of shots at 9 reads here. 9 reads, 2 defense rolls, please. The second one manages to connect against you, dealing 5, half down to 2 piercing damage against you. Okay, Brock.
All right, dude. Here's how this works. I am going to hold my action. Yes, I want you to turn around and put your hands behind your back. Okay, that's my command. And then my action, I'm going to hold my action to attack him if he does anything other than that, Adam. And then I'll put him in manacles next turn.
Okay, so you're producing the manacles right now as like interact with that? Okay.
Yep, I turn around, put your hands behind your back. And then if he does anything else, then he's going to get manacles as an improvised weapon across his cute face.
Is that a use case for that new, I forget exactly what we call it. It's not holding an action, but it's something similar, where it would like actually do that beforehand.
Yes, you can
It's a-
take the interrupt action if you wish. This is a house rule. Essentially, it lets you do something before somebody else does something.
Yeah, if I can do it now in this turn, I'll put him in manacles.
No. So how this would work is you say if he tries to move, for example, or he tries to attack, or he tries to do something like, then you can say I want to interrupt him and just hit him.
Yeah, that was holding my action to hit him. That
Right. So now again, the difference here, this is a good, really quick reminder. The difference between ready versus interrupt is ready is generic. So you're saying if he does anything else, right? I understand what you're going for there, so I can give you that on ready. Interrupt, you have to be very, very specific because it means you get to act before him. So for example, if you were like, I think this guy's about to cast a spell on me, you could say, I want to take the interrupt action that if he even tries to cast a spell, I hit him first. You can do that, but if he doesn't try to cast a spell, it doesn't go off.
okay. Well, he may run, so I'm going to ready my action for anything other than my verbal commands of turn around, put your hands behind your head. So
All
I'll
right.
stick with my ready first.
Fair
But that's
enough.
good
So
reminder.
yeah, so you'll be a response to what he does. You'll act after what he does. Okay, on his turn, he says, Sandbalat's not stupid, and he is going to disengage and try to run away. That will trigger your readied action to make an attack against him, Brock.
Okay, manacle across the face.
Yes, that will connect. All right, that will wound him. He's then going to use his interact with object to pull the door shut. All right, and as he gets to there, that will be the end of his turn. Okay, we move to the top of the next round with Brannick.
Get that little shit and kill him.
Remind me what's in your hands, Brannick.
That'll be my quarterstaff.
That's it? No shield?
No shield.
All right, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and bucket a quarterstaff in with Shillelagh.
Okay, let's see it. Ooh, unfortunately, no.
Ugh, little bastard, he's tricky.
Alrighty, this guy's turn. He's going to make his way up here and take 2 shots against you, 9 reads. I'm going to need 2 defense rolls. Looks like you did not have your token selected. Okay, so I've been trying to just take it to speed things up, but because I can't do quick math, I'm just going to take your second 2. So the first one, you do manage to evade. The second one, unfortunately, is going to connect. Okay, that's going to be 9, half down to 4 points of piercing damage from that arrow. And then he's going to make his way to there. Oh, actually, when he hits you as well, he hits you with such force that he pushes you backwards. All right, next up is Lucan, who is still stabilized, so no action. Aldrin is stabilized, so no action. 9 reads.
Okay, I'm gonna move 5, 10. Oh, perfect. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. 15. And then I would like to use my breath weapon in a line.
Okay. So go ahead and post your breath weapon, and then I'm going to have you do a couple of effect rolls. You're against their deck, so you're going to make 2 effect rolls. Okay, so the first one is going to not be effective, or she essentially succeeds, so I think it still does half damage. The second one is fully effective, so go ahead and post damage for your breath weapon.
You got it.
And remind me, what type of breath weapon is this?
Fire.
All right, so you unleash a line of fire, which singes across them, striking against the back wall.
The custom is from Rage, so I think you can ignore that, so it should just be 5.
5, okay. So you notice the woman here kind of dodges out of the worst of it. And then the man behind her takes the full brunt.
Ah, dang it, not quite. Okay. Dang, that sucks. I was hoping for more. That is an action too, so I'm going to Yep, I'm going to move back 5, 10, 15. And then Can I object interact, close the door?
What's in your hands?
Oh, yeah. All right, well, there's nothing I can do then, so I will end my turn.
Okay, Jiro is up next.
Okay, so Aldrin used the potion already, I believe. I'm gonna action search Lucan, see if he's got a potion.
There's one on my belt.
All right, so it's
Bonus
on his belt.
action.
I'll say you don't need to use your action, but you can just interact with object. But right now, you've got a healer's kit in hand and a light crossbow in hand. So if you interact with object to drop one, you'll have to use your action to then pull the potion off and bonus action to feed it to him.
I'm going to drop the healer's kit, keep the crossbow, grab the potion, bonus action, feed it to Lucan.
Okay, so that will use all of your stuff, action, bonus action, and so forth. But yeah, that will work. So Lucan, go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2. Reminder, you will take a level of exhaustion from that, Lucan.
He was healed, right? Healer's kit, so stabilized, so he shouldn't.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. He's been stabilized this whole time. I forgot. I was just looking at the 0. Okay, moving to the next one. She is going to move up to here, and she's going to take a couple of shots at you here, Nine Reeds. You evade the first one, but not the second. That is going to hit into you for 4 points of piercing. All right, Brock is up next.
Come here, little shit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This look stable enough for me to get a footing?
I mean, you'd be standing on the bed, but it should be okay.
Okay, as long as it's not mechanical. Okay, there's my 30. Okay, so I was considering grappling him, but no, I'm just gonna unarmed strike him with my bonus action first. Bonus action unarmed strike with the candlestick.
That is going to miss.
Okay, and then my action unarmed strike.
That will connect.
Okay, non-lethal if it's a big roll.
It is not. That will, well, I mean, it doesn't take him down. That wounds him badly.
All right, well then, freak it, he's dying. I'm using my reaction to kill him with my sublime demise.
Okay, that will do the trick. He is indeed killed.
Good. I'm done messing around with these dudes. We're getting picked off.
Yeah.
Was he a high enough CR for me?
He sure was, yeah.
Okay, that's it.
All right, he is donezo, so we're going to remove him and move to Brannick.
I'm actually going to go ahead and take the dash action. So that's 25, 30, 35, 40. All right, now in my turn right there.
All right, next up is this guy. He's going to make his way over and take a couple of shots at you, Nine Reeds. The first one manages to connect. Hitting in for 2 more points of piercing. And knocking you back 5 feet. Okay, Lucan is currently prone, having just brought back to consciousness. What would you like to do, Lucan?
Take a deep breath. Stand up for 15. And thanks, Jiro. 20, 25, 30 to here. And then just yell out, guys, get ready. I'll see if I can get in position. I'm going to take the dash action to come up to here. And end my turn.
Okay, Aldrin is currently stabilized, so no turn. 9 reads.
I'm gonna move here. And I'm going to ready an action. If an enemy pops through the door, I'm going to stab him. Bonus action, extend rage.
Okay.
Let's see. And I think that is my turn. So end turn.
Okay, Jiro.
I'm going to. Cunning action dash. Nice. Out of movement. Action dodge.
Okay, you are attacked by an attacker you cannot see, Jiro, so I need 2 defensive rolls at disadvantage. $17's good enough. The 10 is going to hit you. That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage. Okay, next up is Brock.
Alright. 5.
That was, you said disadvantage, even though I dodged?
Yep, dodge only works if you can see them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
That's 30 to there. I'm going to action dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can't move him now. But I want to put him here, Adam.
I'm sorry, what are you trying to do?
There. My dash to there. So it's 60 feet of movement. It's my action dash, no bonus action. I will end my turn.
Okay, top of the next round with Brannick.
Yeah, I forgot that I've got a healing potion. I can go ahead, honeydew flavor. I'm going to go ahead and give it to my downed comrade there.
All right, so you're only holding on to a quarterstaff, so you interact to produce the potion. You bonus action to feed it to Aldrin. Aldrin, go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go here. And I'm going to hold an action that if I see an enemy, I am going to go ahead and shoot it with Ray of Frost. But I'm going to also ask again, does it look like there's an entrance or an exit in there? We can smoke them out.
All right, Jiro, you are attacked again twice by an attacker you cannot see. I need 2 defense rolls. Let's say token wasn't selected, but doing some quick math. I think both of those are going to hit you, yes. All right, so here those come. 6 points of piercing damage as you drop to the ground. The second one would technically be at disadvantage, but I'm doing a quick math here. Okay, the second one actually misses you, so you drop to the ground. Okay, Lucan.
Lucan 5, 10, 15 to there. I guess is that 20 right in the doorway? 25 to here? Is that?
That looks right to me.
I guess 30 to here, and I will. I don't have a healing kit. I don't have a healing kit, but can I still attempt to stabilize Jiro?
What's in your hands?
Nothing.
Then sure, yeah. Give me a blind medicine check.
There we go.
All right, you apply some quick first aid to Jiro as best you can, and it seems like it's effective.
Sounds good. I will end my turn. Guys, there's a hallway down here.
All right, Aldrin prone but conscious once again.
Okay, I'll stand up. I have 35 feet of movement though, so is it 15 to stand up or?
You always
does it
round
take-
down.
Okay, so still have 20 feet of movement. First thing I'm going to do is bonus action second wind. And I'm going to start running down. So I have 20 more feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I will ready my action to throw my trident at anybody that I see within trident throw range, I guess, like, would I have dropped it? Could I have picked it up when I stood up? I don't.
Yeah, you didn't
I
use your interact for anything else, so sure.
Okay, and then so it's trident throw range. I'm not seeing it on here for some reason.
Probably 20.
60 is 20 is so I'll even do it at the disadvantage. I'll throw it at disadvantage.
Okay.
So 60, and that will end my turn.
Okay, next up is 9 reads.
Okay. Honestly, I'm going to. Well, fortune favors the bold. I'm gonna move here. Move there, and I'm going to action dodge
Okay.
and bonus action extend rage. End my turn.
All right, Jiro is stabilized, so we'll skip him. Okay, next up is Brock.
Okay, it looks dark in there, Adam. Is that because there's no light?
That's why.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the. Is there a torch next to Brannick that's on the wall that I could grab?
It's in a sconce, but yeah, you might be able to break that free. Go ahead and give me an athletics check as you try to break free the torch from the sconce.
Never forget that.
It is stuck in there.
That was acrobatics. I misclicked.
Oh, okay. So we'll assume you grab the light off of the wall. So I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to put light on your token.
There. Okay, so I have a candlestick and a torch now. So suddenly I'm 2 things in my hands. So I'm going to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I see him. He's down here. Let's see. I still
Okay,
have...
Dritz.
Do I still have my action, Adam?
No, that was your action to rip it off the wall.
Okay. All right. A little shit. Well, at least I have eyes on him. So I'm gonna ready my bonus action. No, I can't do that. Okay.
All right, Brannick.
He's 10 feet in front of me.
All right. This is why I always bring a couple of healing potions. They're supposed to be for me, god dang it. But I'll go ahead and give it to this guy. All right, I'm using my last healing potion.
Okay, same procedure as before. Interact, use bonus action to feed it to Jiro, I'm assuming?
Yeah. And he is grumbling about other people not bringing enough healing potions if you're going on an adventure, blah, blah, blah. That's just his thing, guys. So
All right, Jiro, 2d4.
it's all about
plus
survival.
I think I'm going to have to start adding an icon for stabilize so I can remember who stabilized. But yeah, I remember Jiro was. So 7 back to Jiro.
All right, and I am going to take the dodge action.
Okay. All right, next up is Lucan.
He ran away. He's a pussy.
So Lucan is going to go 10, 20. Oh, I can't see him. It's awfully dark. He's going to cast. Actually, I'm going to. Yeah, I need to. Can I cast, I guess, light on myself? Is that a thing? I do need to do it on an object?
It has to be on an object.
Okay.
I have a torch on. You should see, right? Something?
Yeah, I can see a little bit, not very
Okay.
much. Just a little bit of light wrapping around the corner. Okay, I will ready an action to.
An object can be like an article of clothing or something too, though, or like the necklace you have on around your neck.
Yeah, could I do that? Could I cast it on the necklace I have on?
Sure.
Okay, I will do that.
That way they know where the headshot's at.
Yeah, exactly. And now that I'm a good target, I'm gonna move back. More to there, and then my turn.
Okay, next up, Aldrin.
Alright, I'm gonna start running forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Which way do they go?
He went to the south east.
Okay. So that was my full movement. I guess I'll dash. 5, 10. I have no idea where they went. I'm gonna stay here because I don't want to get too far away from my team, and I will end my turn.
Okay. 9 reads.
I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15. I'm going to action dodge and bonus action extend rage.
Okay, Jiro.
All right, I'm going to stand up and then bonus action dash. Dodge.
All right, Aldrin, you will hear the sound of voices echoing. It's hard to tell exactly where they're coming from, but you do hear the shout kind of echoing in this area. They're coming, be ready. Rock.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They went this way. 30. Down to the south, this way. But I'm going to muster up the groups and lead you in the correct direction. And going to use my action to dodge as I'm in the fatal funnel.
Okay, Brannick.
All right, I am going to hold an action, Ray of Frost, if I see something.
All right. Okay, based on where you guys are at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and call us out of combat.
Okay.
I don't know where they are.
The hell are we? What is this, Adam? Can you describe it to us as we now take a look around?
I sure can. One moment. Let me make sure I get our correct music back on. Okay, so yes, obviously you guys have been kind of pushing through a lot of stuff here, and hard to tell exactly what is around you, all the stuff you've passed by, but this immediate vicinity that you're looking at looks to be a natural cavern of some sort. So rock walls, rock ground seems to be a natural rock formation.
Yeah,
Now,
we
this
gotta
is a proper hideout.
follow him. But I want to get my healer kit back. So you guys stay here. I'm gonna go get it. We shouldn't go
Oh.
forward without that.
Okay.
Do we win?
Yeah. Do I need to run my character back there, or do you want to just determine a number of turns?
I think Jiro has it, doesn't he?
No, he dropped it.
dropped it.
It was where Lucan got down, so it was in like the middle.
Yeah, it's either that or my crossbow. I kept.
Hey, while you're back there, yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
All right, I'm
So I
gonna
wanna
call
use
it.
that-
I'm gonna call
Carefully
it
through
3
these
rounds. If you
caverns.
guys want to just assume that you've done that, if you want to manually go back there, obviously you can.
I want to search the caster that I killed. While he
Well,
gets
if we're gonna go up there, we should all go up there and maybe search the beds and search those other rooms and everything.
Okay.
All right, we're all going back.
I guess so.
Wait a second. Was this door closed? What? Was this door closed when we come in?
Open now.
Okay.
That was a tech issue. I think Brannick accidentally clicked it as he was making his way through, but I was like, okay.
I was just scared. I was like, what if they came back around and we're gonna flank
I
us?
didn't even notice I did it. Short, stubby arms, you know.
All right, Adam, what's on this jerk's dead body?
He is wearing robes, and he is bald, and he's got a very impressive beard and mustache. Other than that, he doesn't have anything of particular interest on him.
None of those fancy spell components, Lucan. Maybe you should check.
Yeah, Lucan's gonna very interesting to use a spellcaster, see if he has anything in his any baubles or bits in his pockets or in the components pouch.
You take a moment to look for anything like that, but no, you don't see anything along those lines.
Might have been a sorcerer.
Interesting. Well, I found my healer kit.
Do we chase after them?
Maybe we should check these beds. And, you know,
There's a whole room
yeah,
If we're
up here
gonna
with a
chase
chest.
after him, we gotta go
Yeah.
down.
Lucan,
Yeah.
go into this room with the chest. Search there with your smart brain.
All right, since you guys are taking a moment, let me give a quick description here. So the big room that Brannick, Aldrin, Jiro, and Nine Reeds are still primarily in. This torchlit chamber was once a large cellar, but it has since been converted into living quarters. 10 crude beds stand along the south wall, each with a wooden locker at its foot. A long wooden trestle table ringed by rickety stools dominates the center of the room. Metal cutlery, cups, and dirty plates sit atop the table. A cook stove is installed near the table, and evidence of recently cooked meals sits in pots atop it. A large ham hangs from a loop of twine near the stove. A sturdy set of stairs leads to a trap door in the ceiling above. There are 2 wooden doors on the east side of the room.
Is the stairs this thing?
It is, yes.
Okay. And you said 10 beds?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, 10 crude
All right.
beds.
That's what the map shows, so I just wasn't sure if that was accurate. I think how many did we take out? 4, 5?
Yeah, man.
So,
All right, Brock, where you're standing, quick description. So that door that Lucan just stepped through, the door to your left appears normal, but the one ahead, aka the one to your east, has a wooden bar across it held in brackets on the frame and the door itself. The word danger is scrawled on that door in the common tongue using chalk.
Okay.
My big brain thinks you shouldn't open that.
I'm not intending to open at it, but go in there, big brain, and search around. That's something special in there.
All right, Lucan, as you enter this room, unlike the barracks, this small room holds comfortable furnishings and appears to be well cared for. A comfortable-looking bed in the northwest corner has a wooden locker at its foot. A small wooden table stands against the east wall with a padded leather chair beside it. On the table, a brass 3-branch candlestick with 3 burning candles provide the room with bright light. The candles, though not fresh, are far from spent. Under the table is a small wooden box and an unlit bullseye lantern with a movable shutter over the lens. On a shelf above the table sits 3 books. In the northeast corner is a closed wooden wardrobe.
First things first, he'll go immediately to the books. That's his jam.
Okay, and you're trying to pick them up and see what they're about?
Yep, exactly.
The first one is a volume of erotic poetry, fully illustrated. The second is a naval almanac listing tide times for the area of coast around Saltmarsh. And the third is a treatise concerning the demigod Ius and its minions.
He'll take the third one. Comment that the second one is they miscalculated the tide tables. That's totally off. And the first one he will toss through the door to over to Brock. Hey, Brock, this is more up your alley.
Oh, smut book. Nice.
Then he'll check the box under the table.
The box under the table. Okay. Okay, so it looks like a small wooden box. Is this a box that you're just opening?
Is it just like just like a regular, no engravings or markings? Is there a latch or anything?
There is a latch. It looks like it's not locked. It looks like you would just pull it open.
Okay, yep, he'll open it up.
Okay, that box contains 12 candles, flint and steel, and a piece of parchment.
I'll take the parchment. That's always good. I don't know if I need anything else. Head over to the wardrobe. Let's take a look in the wardrobe.
All right, and you're opening the wardrobe?
That's usually the way to see inside of it. Yep.
All right, just making sure. You open the wardrobe, and you notice that there is a few bits of odds and ends clothes here, like some shirts, a couple extra pair of trousers that are just kind of hanging here.
Nothing good. Hey, Jiro, might need you to take a look at this chest. That's the last item in here.
Hey, Brannick, look at this book. It's
I'll
illustrated.
grab that naval almanac for Saltmarsh.
All right, if you're
Might
taking
not have it.
something, just make sure to jot it down on your character sheet. Make sure we know who's taking what. But yeah, if you're taking it, add it to your sheet.
What did you need me to look at?
There's the trunk at the foot of the bed there.
I will.
I haven't checked it. Might be trapped. I'm not sure if it's locked.
If there's a key on the wall or anything.
I don't know. It might not even be locked.
I'll see if it's looks like it's trapped.
All right, give me a blind sleight of hand check. It does not appear to be after you spend a minute or so investigating it.
All right, I'm gonna try to open it.
Yep, it opens easily. Inside,
No,
you
that was
notice-
more to Lucan. But
Oh, sorry. Okay.
But okay.
Yeah, it opens easily as you lift it, and you notice inside of it is some odds and ends clothing, and there looks to be a coat that is like wadded up and pushed in here as much as it can be.
This is interesting.
Check if it's got a false bottom or something.
I'll take a look at what we got going on here. Take a closer inspection.
All right, so you're looking in this footlocker, so go ahead and give me a blind investigation check. No, it's just a footlocker. You see nothing else of interest here.
Peculiar, but I don't see anything.
That's disappointing. They must have their treasure somewhere else.
Maybe down in the caverns. Also, we can maybe open up all these footlockers and see if there's anything. You could use your mage hand to do it so we don't have to stand near in case they're trapped.
Sure. I think we have a couple. Also, if I was to hide loot, I'd put it behind a door that said danger. You know? That would dissuade me from opening it, as it did for us. Makes me think there's maybe treasure back there.
Maybe, but we also know there's a couple of them that ran away deeper, so there might
What
be
about Walker?
another stronghold.
These chests here.
Yeah, we're gonna open them.
Yeah. So Lucan will cast Mage Hand, and this glowing blue hand will go out and start to try to open these footlockers.
It does not open.
And just kind of move down the line to see if any of them are unlocked.
All right, you spend about 5 minutes checking all of them, and none of them are unlocked.
I can't get into any of them. We either need to pick them or smash them. If we think there's anything in there.
Are they all locked, or just a few of them?
I checked them all.
Take a look at a few, and if it looks good, then we keep going. How about that?
That's a good plan.
And I'll see if I can pick this one.
Okay, sleight of hand check. You didn't have your token selected, but based on what you rolled there, yeah, that's good enough. You're able to pop this open, and you notice inside there's a few personal effects like odds and ends, maybe like a small piece of shell, a pair of gloves, something like that. You'd also notice a small stash of coin in a purse, 7 gold pieces, 15 silver.
A little bit of coin. I think it's worth taking a look at the others. Give me some time here.
All right, I'll guard the door.
All right, are you guys willing to spend the necessary time to open each of these boxes?
Well, they're gonna get away if we do that, but they're probably already gone. So.
Given the time we've already spent, I think they're probably gone. But we could make sure that they probably, if the main treasure's not here, it's got to be further on, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll check. Maybe there's like potions of healing in there or something. We kind of need those.
It's gonna be a hot minute.
All right, so what I'm going to
9
do
more
then,
chests.
since there are 9 chests, if you guys are wanting to spend the time here, then we will assume between a combination of Jiro picking the locks, and if he should happen to fail trying to pry them open with a crowbar, which is certainly able to do so as well. None of these are particularly well locked, so it's not a question of will you get through them, it's just how much time is necessary. Essentially, you're able to come to the determination that these guys must have recently gotten paid, because each one of them had exactly 7 gold, 15 silver in a box. So if you count that up totally, that would be 70 gold, 150 silver across all of the box. And then also other personal effects inside of these boxes.
I added that to my sheet later on after the session. We'll take it off. We could split that.
Sounds good. Hey, Adam, these stairs
Fair
go
enough.
up, right? So
They
there's
do,
no
yes.
sense- And there's no sense going up because that's where the house is.
I can explore the cavern. There's probably an exit
Yeah.
out there.
They're probably got their secret exit out that way. It's probably to the bay. It's their secret entrance to this place. They never really. Yeah, that's my guess. We can go follow them. That's what I want to do.
How we feeling about moving forward? Should we take a quick breather or just keep marching forward?
Yeah, me like break.
Break is good, and then I think we should open that door that says danger. I think that's worth investigating.
It's not a bad idea. Once we take a break, what could be so bad back there?
We can be ready, right?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I think what I'm hearing is you guys want to try to take a short rest here in this room.
Yep, Lucan's gonna lay down on a cot and crack open the book that he took.
Which one specifically are you looking at?
The treatise concerning the demigod Lutz and its minions.
Iuz, I think is how you pronounce that. It's I-U-Z.
Iuz?
But, okay, so the reason I was asking that is as you open that book, that treatise, you notice that there is a thin sheet of parchment inside of the book, and it seems to have a few simple words and phrases in the common tongue and their equivalents in Goblin. The words include stop, fight, lift, come, and so forth.
Hey guys, this is interesting. It's like a translation sheet for Goblin.
Maybe that's what's behind the door.
Like a construct or something?
Maybe. Yeah, you wouldn't think you need a bar that thick for a little goblin.
Maybe we don't go in there.
Maybe, but I might be able to control it if I have with this sheet now that I can, know the words for goblin are. It might be there just defending the treasure.
Exactly.
I can read Goblin, you know.
All the better. Here you go.
I think Lucan's onto something, boys. We lost they're gone. Those 2 people that ran from us, they're gone. They're long gone. But what's behind that door is what we came for.
Maybe take a quick breather.
Just in case. Me tired anyway.
All right.
me.
Nope.
So it sounds like we want to try to do a short rest here inside this room.
Yes.
All right. Any conditions you have on you that would be expired after a period of time? Keep in mind an hour has passed. This short rest is complete. You can spend hit dice and whatever else you can refresh on a short rest. All right, as this hour passes, you notice the torches flickering on the wall during this time. Your own light sources, if they're limited, like a torch or a candle or so forth, same deal. You'll notice it burning down. As mentioned, any other effects on you would start to go away if they have that limited duration. Nothing seems to have really changed in this room at this point. You haven't really heard anything. It's been like dead silent. All right, Jiro, so you make your way back to the other room and you pick that lantern up. Okay.
Alright, we can open the door.
Yeah, here's what I think is we take the bar off, and then we get in battle formation, get ready, and then I'll try to mage hand the door open, or worst case, Brock, you open it and get the hell out of there.
Did anybody try to listen in on it or anything?
No, maybe we can do that when we take the bar off.
Why not listen to it before we take the bar off?
Yeah, let's
Sure,
do that.
sure. Good.
All right. DM in the sky. I'm gonna try to roll really high on this here. I'm gonna try to do a blind check.
Blind perception check. Let's see it. You put your ear to the door, Brannick, and listen very carefully, but there doesn't seem to be any sound coming from the other side.
Yeah, it's nothing in there, I think, or at least nothing moving around.
All right, take the bar off, and then we should ready some actions here. Why is everybody backing away from the door?
I'm
Just
here.
said take action.
Hey, Adam, can you move this dude? Pretend I
Sure.
moved him out of the way. Yeah.
Well, I
I'm
will
here.
occasionally have to throw in the mention of a smelling, decomposing corpse, of course.
Can I bonus action brace up, Adam? Again?
As long as you have the points, whatever you need to do that, yeah.
All right. So yeah, you see Brock again, like he's an MMA fighter, bouncing around. Like, okay, I'm ready. So he's bracing up.
All
I'm
right,
gonna hide behind the table.
I'll try to mage hand and see if that door will open.
All right, and I'm sorry, someone did take the bar off the door. Is that what I heard?
I'll take it off.
All right, so you took the bar off the door, stepped back. Lucan, you try to mage hand the door. Go ahead and give it a click, see if it opens.
It opened. I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't either.
We can either advance cautiously or have somebody scout it.
Let's move up quietly.
I don't see anything. I'm stepping in. Oh!
All right, Brock, as you step into this room, let me give you a quick description.
Yeah.
Light spilling in from the large room behind you barely shows that the chamber is only about 12 feet across and the corners are filled with shadow. What little you can see is dingy and dirty. However, what you see based on your current light source, and remind me, what are you holding for a light source?
Torch.
All right, so you're holding a torch in hand. I just want to make sure we've got the correct light on you. Yeah, we've got the torch icon.
Like, I don't know if it applies when I have the torch on.
Yeah, I think I have to rebuild those macros in the macro mule, so I'm just double checking to make sure it's good. But yeah, as long as we got that torch icon and we know what it's supposed to be. So yes, as you enter this area, you notice to your north 6 skeletal bodies. As soon as you enter and the light gets cast upon them, you notice they slowly start turning to look towards you. I'm going to go ahead and throw us into initiative here. Because of how slowly they are animating, you guys will have advantage on your initiative. So I'm going to post it once. I'm going to ask you to roll yourself. And if your roll's better, you're going to take your new one. If it's not, you're going to take your old one. So 1 second here. Yep, okay, so that looks like that did the trick.
So we roll the second one. Is that what I heard, basically? Yeah.
Yep, and so see what you got, what I rolled. If you roll better, just keep what you rolled. If not, switch back to what you rolled, or what I rolled for you.
Gotcha.
All right, with that done, now we can go through the alert process. So I think, Jiro, you have alert?
Yeah. Is everybody...
Remember, you can only offer it to somebody. Oh, yeah, you're just checking to make sure everybody's done. Is everybody updated their initiative? Sounds like it. Yep, not hearing any no's. So yes, assume everybody's accurate.
Aldrin, do you want to take top spot?
Sure, I guess.
All right, you two will flop then, and then Lucan, I think you have alert.
I do, but I'm going to keep my spot.
Okay, and then Brock, you have alert.
I do, but I'm going to keep it.
Okay, so alert is done. Let me go ahead and now roll for the enemies. Okay, Aldrin, you are the quickest to react. Let me go ahead and unlock the tokens and change up our music.
All right, start moving. 5, 10, 15, 20 to get to there. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I don't see any gold. Maybe we should close the door.
Probably. All right, the one kind of front and center, I am going to just throw my trident at it.
Okay. You throw your trident out. You see it hits into this like patchwork piecemeal armor, hits into it and just collapses to the ground. You see the skeleton just kind of turns its body to look towards you.
And then, all right, so move back 5, 10 to get to there. I need to double check what that was. I think that's all of it. And I will bonus action to resummon the trident in my hand. And in my turn.
Okay, Lucan.
Okay, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15.
There's no goblins.
20 to there. I'm gonna squeeze in, I guess. And I am going to cast my ice knife. I'm gonna just cast it straight in the one dead center here.
All right, and you're casting it from where you're currently at, sharing this space with Brock?
Yep.
Okay, so you're squeezing in with Brock, trying to get this spell off. Go ahead, and you pointed at the one close in the center, right?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make your cast. Okay, that will miss. It will then explode. Go ahead and post your explode.
And I think that's still... I gotta figure out a way of upcasting that, right? I need another... What's the roll? I can't seem to get the roll to break open.
It's D6s, so it's 2D6 base, and if you're upcasting, I think it's an extra D6.
Yep.
All right, so 12 is the base damage from that, and then I believe this is... Let me double check the details. This is a dexterity saving throw, sorry. So I need you to make 6 dexterity effect rolls, or spell effect rolls, sorry, your spell effect roll. Make sure you have your token selected.
Yep. Oh, there it is. I think. Sorry. Yep. Do I start that again? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, so out of all of these, only one of them is hit by the exploding ice.
Oh,
And that was 12 points of
unbelievable.
damage. That will destroy that one straight out.
I gotta make a Constitution save. If I roll under a 10, I'd like to use my inspiration to reroll it.
Okay. Okay, so burn your inspiration, but no effect from your corrupted casting.
Okay. I'll move back to here and end my turn in shame. That should have worked so much better than it did. That was a shockingly bad series of rolls.
All right, Jiro.
Alright, I'm going to stow the crossbow, pull out and light the lantern. And is cunning action dodge?
No, that's not a thing.
Okay, end my turn.
Sorry,
Okay,
Adam, when I was
Bob.
doing the spell effect rolls, was I trying to roll high or trying to roll low?
Hi.
Oh, and only the 21 worked. Okay.
That's what I was looking at too. Okay, I don't see an obvious pile of gold and treasure and jewels everywhere, right?
You do not, no.
All right, this ain't our fight, boys. I'm gonna go move here, close the door. Use my action to put the bar across the door again.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This ain't our fight, boys. We're looking for gold.
All right, with no obvious way of them getting through, I'm going to go ahead and end combat here, folks. You can let me know if there's something immediate you want to do, but they are not able to get through the barred door.
All right, we should head down, I guess.
Yeah, we got to save ourselves a little bit here. It's down in that caverns.
What about stair?
It goes up back to the house, I imagine.
But you don't know. It could go secret room.
Okay, yeah, good idea. Go take a look.
Okay. But what if spiky trap?
Oh, you're learning, huh? Well, do a perception check and see if you see something. Use your perception.
Me eyes not so good.
All right, Jiro, do you want to go up these stairs?
I can handle that. I will proceed up the stairs.
Okay, you climb up this staircase, and it leads to a trap door in the ceiling.
And then I'll check that trapdoor for traps.
Okay, go ahead and give me a blind investigation check. You don't see any traps.
I will try to open the trapdoor.
It does open. You lift it just a little bit. You realize you can lift it more if you wish.
I will open it up.
All right, and are you sticking your head out to see what is up there?
Yes, I am.
All right, as you stick your head to see what is up there, this is what you see.
It's an empty room. There's a hallway, but this is up the top side. I think we are here. I'm gonna head back down.
Okay, you make your way back down.
I think we were already in that room. Door was open. It's just an empty room on the ground floor.
Okay, well, I think
There might be something up there worth checking out, but it's nothing obvious. No enemies. No gold.
Okay. Ready, boys?
Let's do it.
Yep.
I'll wait till everyone's at least within 30 feet in case they're mustered up behind this door. Okay.
me don't understand. The Ned say he in debt, but me no see where they keep stuff.
Well, they had a little bit in those lockers. We got some back.
Me don't think it makes sense.
It's probably down here somewhere.
It's barely enough to cover his debt, let alone.
Someone should look for trail.
That might be a good idea. Also, keep a lookout for spiders. I don't like those things.
Me either.
Are these white things anything, Adam?
Nope, that's just the stonework in the ground and the different coloration of the stone.
There's a tunnel down here to the south,
Let's go that way.
and a dead end over here.
No, me thinks I see something.
Let's check those barrels out.
Those barrels.
Okay, I'll hold this hallway.
All right, Nine Reed, you make your way over here. This cavern, like the passage leading to it, is well lit by torches held in simple iron brackets around the walls. You can see 5 small bolts of cloth stacked against the wall to your left, and to your right are 8 small casks in a neat row.
I'm gonna read. Are there any obvious markings on the barrels?
There are not.
Okay. I'm gonna back away. Maybe someone else. Me don't see writing. Me don't know what they are.
I would like to try to kind of get close and smell one of the barrels to see if I can smell if it's gunpowder or wine or whiskey or anything of that nature.
Okay, sure. Blind perception check to see if you're able to determine anything by scent. No, your nose isn't picking up whatever's inside.
Yeah, I don't know what's in these.
Okay.
They must have got these here somehow. Is there any cart tracks or anything like that?
I can see more barrels to the south.
That's Brannick's job. Hey, Brannick, wake up, man. You gotta look for tracks.
I'm not the greatest trap guy, but I can take a look. Which one? What do you want me to search?
Well, the barrels came in here somewhere, so maybe you could search for high traffic areas.
Yeah, okay, so find out where the footprints are going. Yeah, I can do that.
You're really good in the house. What do you mean? You're great at this.
Yeah, you guys keep stomping all over the place, though.
All right, if you're looking for signs of foot traffic, blind survival check here, Brannick.
And how many damn good rolls do you expect of me, man? I'm not a miracle worker.
Damn it, Jim.
That's what I was kind of referencing.
So, yeah, what you're able to tell here, Brannick, is that foot traffic is pretty common going both this way and then this way and then this way. Not so much these directions. It seems like this is kind of the main thoroughfare. You can tell based on that roll that most of these people that walked, they wore boots. They were probably about between 5'10 and 6'1", about 156 pounds or so.
Wow.
AKA, that was your
20.
natural 20.
Hey, I kill pillows and I can search good. There you go.
Alright, we should make our way south then.
Maybe barrels full of money.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not open.
Making your
didn't
way
open it.
down here, just to give you a quick description, Brock. The incline of the passage is perceptibly greater in this area. Coarse matting has been laid in places on the floor, negating some of the slope's slipperiness.
Hey, Adam, does it look like there's any moisture in this hall at all?
There certainly is, yeah. That's why they indicate the slipperiness, and that it looks like these mats are placed over it to give better footing to move through this area.
Can we see if this looks like it's like an inlet? You know, like a cave with a water opening, and it's just the moisture is just like water rolling in, something like that.
You're trying to determine that just by looking at the wall?
Oh no, like the water, like, because I'd imagine like if it's dripping, it would be in a puddle, but if it's like rolling in, it would kind of be more of like flow markings, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I guess go ahead and give me a blind insight check. We'll see if you're able to suss any of that out. You're not sure, Aldrin. It's hard to say.
Yeah, in other words, you didn't roll a nat 20, dude.
Well, yeah, probably not. Next time.
All right, Brackus, get down to here. The passage widens to the south at this point to form a small cavern. There are 3 bolts of cloth and 5 small casks in the middle of the floor, resting on a piece of coarse matting.
Are these bolts of cloth like the same things that these square things that we're walking all over?
You're not sure unless you want to investigate one of the bolts of cloth.
Yeah, sure. I mean, since everyone's crowded up in there, I'm gonna search these ones, I guess.
Okay, as you put your hand on one of these bolts of cloth, you realize how good of quality it is based on the softness of the bolt. This is actually a bolt of silk cloth.
Oh. Wow. I'm gonna start grabbing them, putting them in my pockets.
Is it like rags, or are they like carpet?
So a bolt, think of it like a piece of wood with the cloth wrapped around it over and over and over until it becomes like thick. So it's like a, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. I mean, if you ever have seen a bolt of cloth, that probably doesn't help if you haven't. But you can
They're
certainly...
usually like tubes. I guess I was asking if it's something we can put in like a backpack.
Oh, it's like at Joann's or something. You go to a fabric store and it's wrapped around that cardboard thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've never been to Joann's, but I imagine yes. I'm picturing World of Warcraft like bolts of cloth, but you know.
Of course, Adam's never been to Joann's. That's true.
I will come back down here. Me find the things they very nice, very soft. Grab them. Probably worth money.
Okay,
Okay.
take him. Pick him up.
Okay, get out of
And
my
guys,
way.
I don't think my light's gonna help if we're sneaking up on anybody. My torch.
I can go first. I can see.
Okay.
I'll collect these bolts of cloth as well.
Okay, that's 3 more. As a quick FYI, as you get to here and you're looking, since you guys just questioned about the light, what I will say is between what you can see and what you can hear, you can see sunlight coming in this direction, and you can hear the sound of waves running against rock at this point.
This must be the cave entrance. I'm guessing they got away.
Yep, they jumped on their boat.
Yeah, let's take a quick look around the corner.
There's more cavern back there, so there's still hope that the treasure's here.
All right, Aldrin, unfortunately, this boat is not actually here. It's part of the map. I couldn't remove it, but that boat is not there.
Looks like they might have gotten away. They probably had like a boat or something. Maybe
And
this is how they get in.
While you're here, let me give you a quick description as well. The passage leads into a cave that opens directly to the sea. The tide is out at present, and there is little water in the cave, but there is an obvious high water mark 3 feet above the floor. Pulled up onto the sloping cave floor is where that small boat used to be, perhaps large enough for about 8 people, with oars, a step-down mast, and a neatly furled sail. Just, you're kind of visualizing what might have been there. A rope tied to the bow is being held down by a large boulder that serves as an anchor, but unfortunately that's not there either.
I wonder, what do those tides say? When does the tide come in and out? That's probably what they were using to come in.
I'll take a look into the almanac.
Okay, and you're trying to determine when the tide will be coming back in?
Did the tide just go, were they able to, I guess, launch just now, I guess? Were the tides good for them to take off? I assume they were, because the boat's not here.
Right, assuming that the boat had oars, you think that even if the tide was bad, they still would be able to oar out. It would be harder, of course, but yeah, you're pretty sure that they left here via boat.
I would like to test this barrel, this one right north here, and I want to just see if it's sealed.
It is a cask, and yes, it is.
Yeah, I'd like to see if we could open one with the crowbar.
Let me see.
Have at it.
There might be just a cork too, right? If it's a cask, it might just see. It looks like there's a cork in it.
Is
Stopper?
there a cork in the barrel?
Stopper
There is
anyway.
not. It looks like it is sealed pretty tight. You look around the cask entirely and glance at the nearby neighboring casks. There doesn't seem to be any kind of cork. It just looks like the lid has been pressure forced onto the top. You would have to slowly wiggle the lid off from the top.
Then I'm going to do that with a crowbar.
Okay, since you're not in any kind of risk of danger here, you're able to do that slowly and effectively, and you're able to open it, and you smell now the smell of brandy coming from inside this cask.
Woohoo!
That's... Yeah, okay, cool. It's alcohol. Does it smell good?
Well, how do we get it out of here?
If we had a boat, that would have been great.
Well, maybe we come back.
Yeah, there's
Probably
another
not.
passage over here, guys. We should check out.
Yeah, we need to find their stash. This is some bullshit. I'm pissed.
Adam, since there seems to be a lot of barrels here, I'm going to search the walls just to kind of see if there's any hidden, like behind a rock or something like that. Maybe they stashed like 1 million gold pieces behind some rock.
It's possible. Blind investigation check. Let's see if you roll high enough to find him. Ooh, unfortunately not, Brannick. No secret doors in this area.
Is there anywhere nearby that makes spirits where they could have possibly yoinked this from?
Give me a blind history check here, Jiro, to see if anything comes to mind. Based on your time working at Seaton, you know that Seaton is pretty common of getting contraband stuff. So when like pirates and things seize things, they oftentimes would be caught via the Seaton Navy, and then all that stuff would be taken to Seaton. So your first inclination probably thinks that maybe they got it from Seaton in some way, either through stealing it, which seems unlikely, but maybe some kind of shady deal that they worked with the individuals who control the seizing, right? Think of them as sort of like the goods police, right? Like maybe there was some kind of a deal there.
Feeling these goods might have came from the Seaton contraband supply. It might be some... I've heard about this shady back dealings. Goods that we confiscate end up back on the street,
I
or
think this just wraps around.
into the pockets of other guards.
Methinks we're moving up if you want to come with.
Aldrin, as you step into the space right before where you currently are, from the ceiling drops this sickly green slime. It lands on your shoulders and you feel an immediate pain as it begins to sizzle. You take 3 points of acid damage from this slime sizzling on your back. What do you do?
I'm going to immediately try to dive over this way to get out of the way, assuming that there's something above me.
Okay. So I'm going to remove token lock. You can feel free to move. Lucan, since you're right in this vicinity, is there anything you're doing immediately?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there as well, seeing that drop down, and I'm gonna draw my bone dagger and see if Aldrin stops moving around, if I can scrape it off his shoulder.
Okay, so Aldrin kind of rolls to there. You notice the green slime on him continuing to sizzle and burn. You take your dagger and you try to scrape it off. Go ahead and give me a blind sleight of hand check here, Lucan.
Lucan or Aldrin? Oh, okay, Lucan.
Lucan, in your haste to take this off of Aldrin, you unfortunately cut Aldrin for just 1 point of damage, but you do manage to scrape it off then. However, you notice that as you scrape it off, your bone dagger just starts dissolving before your hands and you drop it before it can hurt yourself.
So I was totally going to do anyway. Yep. Oh, sorry. I might have shaved that one a little bit close.
Yeah, better to get it off me, I guess. I'm gonna take another step back and then try to look up in the ceiling and see if I see anything there for where the acid kind of fell.
Sure, go ahead and give me a blind perception check. The ceiling is not perfectly flat. It's kind of like rolling, and there's crannies in the ceiling, so you don't see any, but that doesn't give you a whole lot of confidence that there's not still something there.
I think there might be something up there.
I mean, they gotta stash the shit somewhere. We searched the house pretty well. Came down here. Where's their stash?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can we burn it out? I don't know what hurts this stuff. It's still sizzling on the ground, I imagine, with just a hilt.
Yep, if you're watching it closely, you'll notice that as your bone dagger sizzles into nothingness, you notice this trail of green slime slowly moving to the wall.
We try going down here.
Brock, bring that torch over. Does this stuff burn?
Okay, yeah, I'll apply the fire to it that's on the ground, I guess.
All right, so you walk over to where they're pointing you, showing you this green slime that's sort of climbing along the ground. You put your torch to it, and you notice that the slime bursts into flames and quickly is destroyed.
Like that. You do have a big brain, dude.
Well, there's a whole bunch more of it up in the ceiling there. I just don't know how we get it up there without getting it on us.
That.
Oh, yeah. Your fire breath. Yeah.
Where?
Pretty much straight up here.
Okay. I looking up there, especially with dark vision. Can I see just like the green stuff?
Where they are pointing you? No, it looks just like a normal rocky ceiling. Again, it is kind of rolling and there's crannies and things. So there could be something in the area, but it's hard to see. Right in this direct area, you don't think there's any.
Do I see like an obvious spot on the ground where it's like dripped?
It's been burned away. So I guess the only remnants you would really see is this one here, where the bone dagger was dissolved. So you maybe see just a little bit of like gooey remnants of the bone dagger.
How high are the ceilings?
Good question. Here, I think they're 15 feet, but let me do a quick double check on that. Yeah, 15 feet.
Okay.
Can you get this, and I'll hold out a javelin that I have.
And you all say green stuff right here in front of me?
It was in the ceiling, and again, if we don't see somewhere that might be hiding anything, we maybe just leave it alone.
Oh, I could throw a javelin at it with light. Cast light on this thing. We can maybe see what's up there.
Oh, I can do that.
He casts light on one of the javelins that I picked up in the first time we were in the ancient ruins. I will throw the javelin kind of at the ceiling. Try to stick it into the ceiling if possible.
It does not stick. It is a rock ceiling, so you kind of throw it, it hits the ceiling, and just kind of falls back down.
Okay. Did we see anything up there when we did that?
I mean, you might have dislodged some pebbles and that kind of thing, and dust and so forth, but no, nothing else of interest.
Okay, and we didn't see any of like this like acid substance or anything up there. Okay. Art.
I think we go back to obviously the captain's quarters. We must have missed something there. Maybe something under the bed, like that. Why? That there's nothing in that room. There has to be something. If I was the leader of this group, that's where I'd keep the loot.
I bet there's a trap door or something somewhere that we missed.
Maybe.
Unless they put it in the You think they would have put it in with the brandy?
It's also
Maybe.
worth a check.
Might as well
Use the
check
brandy
the
as a cover for customs or something?
The other
Good
option I'm
idea.
thinking is that trap door. You go up there, and Jiro, you found this secret door with messing with something inside the chimneys, right? So we need to go through the house and check in those chimneys. So that might be their mechanism for secret doors.
All right, as you guys are planning your next steps, let's go ahead and pause here, take our 15-minute break, and pick up on the other side.
Sounds good.
All right, we're back on the other half of our session. Team, let's get you back into where we left off. You're currently in this cavern system.
Does somebody with some weapons want to follow me back up to the guard captain? We can do a search there.
I got a couple of guns to come with you.
Hey, yeah, and
I'm gonna
I'm kind
shake-
of wondering. I mean, I know that there's green slimy stuff coming down here, but maybe it may be worth searching down here too if we put like shields on our head or something.
I think it's just that one spot. We'd gone all the way around the area. That was the only spot that stuff dropped out on us.
Really quickly, I just want to like shake each barrel, like just to verify like it's a liquid content and not hear like jingling of coins or anything. Because somebody did bring up the thought that maybe they're smuggling these.
Sure,
They're
so
using
you
the-
shake each of the casks, and each one does have a liquid sound to it.
Are these like full-size kegs, or are these like party balls, like half kegs?
They're casks, so I picture more like quarter kegs, if you're picturing them that way. So probably only like 2 feet high, and then circular, maybe, I don't know, 3 feet in diameter.
How much do they weigh? If I pick one up?
Yeah, if you test one, it is 20 pounds.
Hold on, let me see if that puts me over.
I'm gonna do this. This is my idea, so I'm gonna come over and do it. If you have one open, I'm gonna run my hand through there and see if there's anything smuggling inside the liquid.
Well, we have one open down over here. I mean, I can open another one though.
Yeah, open another one.
Okay, I'll open another one over here.
All right, it works the same way, where you slowly wiggle the lid using like a flat edge to raise the lid over a slight time, and eventually it pops off. Sure enough, you get that really strong smell of brandy.
Right, I'm gonna reach my 2 weapons down in there, right and left.
It is all liquid. You feel nothing else solid inside the cask.
I'm going to grab a sealed one, and it does not put me over the weight. So I'm just gonna like, I don't know, take it with me.
Okay.
Might be worth selling. I don't know.
Is that a bar you own, Lucan? What's your business?
I want to go back to the captain's quarters and give it a much thorough toss.
I think we should come down. I mean, that brandy may be good. Have you licked your arms to see if the brandy's any good?
Oh, no, just my fingertips. You want to smell my finger?
Not really. Well, I mean, I don't know. The brandy could be good. I mean, maybe. You tell me first.
Sounds like things are getting weird down there.
Hey, free brandy. That's all I'm saying.
Is there anything noteworthy on this table? This little one back here?
Other than what was described, no, but I'd recommend you scroll back up to this torchlight chamber, that one that starts there. It tells you what's on the trestle table.
Okay.
I'll check the fireplace for any secret tunnels, secret doors. This
Okay.
area.
Blind investigation check there, Jiro. Nope, just looks to be like a fireplace. You find nothing else of interest here.
Do the same thing here. I want to check under the bed and under the table here, and I think that's all that we have left. There's nothing else in that. I guess maybe the bottom of the trunk might be the other area. I know we pulled out that robe out of there, or that cloth out of there, but yeah, just another pass of the room here, Adam.
Okay, so as a reminder, when you search, basically you're searching the 4 squares that you're around. So I'm going to assume it's always like you and then you're in the lower left square. That's just the easiest way for me to view it. So like right now you'd be searching the wardrobe and the 2 other squares. Is that what you're looking to do?
Yeah, I think so. Get the bed, the wardrobe, and the bottom of the trunk there. I think that, like, oops, I guess I'm not quite. If I was right in the square there, I would be in.
Yep, so the way you
Or-
want to think of it is basically you're going to get these 4 squares.
Oh, I see. Well, let's start there. I definitely want to check the back of the wardrobe and under the bed are the 2, but let's start with the back of the wardrobe.
All right, blind investigation check. You search the wardrobe looking for anything out of the ordinary here, but no, it seems solid to you. You find nothing else of interest in this area.
Okay. Gets down on his hands and knees and tries to check under the bed and see if there's anything hidden under the bed.
Okay, another blind check. For this purpose, I'm going to assume you're essentially 1 square over at this point.
Yep. Okay.
You search carefully under the bed looking for anything of interest, but no, there does not seem to be anything here.
Nothing but cobwebs.
This is not how you search a room. Adam, I'm going to throw the wardrobe on its end. Knock it off the wall and throw it down and see if there's a door behind it.
Okay, so you pull the wardrobe down. You guys have to scatter out of the way as you do so, as it kind of slams into the ground there. There is no door behind it.
Well, I'm just going to make a mess out of it. I'm going to throw this table in. I'm going to move this couch and everything.
The bed
Hey,
and chest.
Maybe we can make this here our own little, fortress here.
Okay, you spend some time tossing the room, essentially, throwing things around, junking it. I'm going to say go ahead and throw me a blind investigation check, Brack, to see if any of your breaking things is revealing anything. You're making a big mess, but other than that, no, you don't see anything else that you have missed.
Now it looks like we searched it.
Me still don't understand. The Ned said they gambling something, the mom's necklace.
Ned's gonna die when we get back. Let's go up here, this trap door. Let's go in this room and search this room real good before we leave this area.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up, Adam, since I already know Jiro went up, and I'm gonna pop my head through the door.
All right, is it safe to assume everybody's following close behind Brock to climb up this and open the trapdoor and go to the upper level?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, you make your way up and find yourself here.
Wait, we've been here. We opened this door.
We're on the main floor. So there's 2 ways to the little hideout. It's through this room and through the ocean, the bay. Yep, this is the main entrance, is right down this hallway. Ugh. With my map knowledge, I think we've searched everything down there then. So we're pretty much wherever if you want to look through the fireplaces, like, because Jiro found the lever to open up that secret door. I mean, I don't know.
You think we search all?
Well, I would say that we could all grab one of those pony kegs and everything. As he looks over at Lucan and says, "Well, some of us can go grab some of those pony kegs." And
Yeah. It's
We got
cut our
one.
losses, I suppose.
We go sell.
There's a fireplace in here. I'm gonna look in there for a lever, Adam.
Okay, blind investigation check. No, there does not appear to be a lever.
There's still a closed door up here. Did we not go in there?
No.
Should we?
Yes, because I'm pissed. Ned's life depends on it.
9 reads, do you mind opening that door up there?
Okay.
You open this door and recall that, yes, you have looked in here before. This is the room that had the 2 stuffed armchairs near the fireplace.
Oh, we've been here.
Yeah, this is the kitchen. Here's the cellar entrance. This door. Hey, for those up, yeah.
Quick reminder here, since you just said this is the cellar entrance. The cellar entrance is here.
Yeah,
These stairs lead up.
Yep.
Did we cover the entire second floor?
Probably not, but let's grab this door real quick, 9 reads.
Oh,
Outside.
outside.
There's 2 doors unopened here. I think we opened all these.
Research.
Yeah, there's 2 down here, guys. We're getting crazy, but Ned's life depends on it. I open this door. Fireplace. Jiro, you got the hot hand for that?
Let's see. Seen a few now. I'll see if there's any secrets to this fireplace.
Okay, blind investigation check. You put your hand up inside the fireplace, touching the stones, and one of them feels loose.
I got something here.
Attaboy!
Loose stone. I'm gonna see if this is something I can pull out. Maybe it's like a little compartment in here.
The stone pulls out. Yeah, so you can't see it, but you pull it out and then lower it, and then you can see like a chimney stone in your hand.
All right. Is the compartment in the brick itself, or maybe was the stone just covering up a hole?
Seems like the stone was covering up a hole.
Okay, I'll check the hole.
All right, you reach your hand up once again, trying to feel where that open space is now. You feel it, and you touch something that feels leathery.
I'll see if I can pull out what I feel.
All right, you get your hands around it. It doesn't seem too big. You pull it down, and you find a small leather pouch.
Ooh.
What do we got here? Let's take a look. Open it up.
Inside, you find 2 cut pieces of blue quartz.
Gems. I don't
There
know.
we go,
anything.
boys.
Not really knowledgeable in these. They look nice, pretty.
If they're not worth a ton, I could use those for certain things. But yeah, we can see what they're worth.
Why don't you hold on to these?
All right, and he'll slip them into his pack.
For the sake
want
of
me
ease,
open-
I'm allowing you guys to communicate through walls and stuff, but just keep in mind, in normal situations, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Want me open this door?
Yeah, go ahead. I say
Rock.
from the other side of the door.
As you open that door looking in, aside from the large amount of plaster that has fallen from the ceiling, this room is bare.
Did we check
Okay.
every chimney?
What was that?
Did we check all the chimneys? Can't remember.
Not that some things came out of it. You're the one finding the secret stuff. That's 2 now.
Yep.
Jiro, I don't think that floor looks so good.
No, just there's got to be something more here than brandy.
Yeah, and you'd think that it'd want it somewhere that you would be able to keep an eye on it, right? So, I don't know. Maybe there is something behind those skeletons. That seems ludicrous to try to park something unless we can command the skeletons. We didn't try that. Maybe we should try that sheet. Maybe we can control the damn things.
Yeah, because like, I mean, why would they? If this was haunted with skeletons, what they grappled them and forced them into a room and then closed the door on them?
Yeah, that does seem weird. Maybe, Brannick, what do you think? Can you try using the goblin command, see if we can control those things?
What do you think I am, a ghost whisperer? I speak to the wind, maybe, but I mean, I could try.
But I didn't go in. But was there another room?
No, but that would be the place that would be perfect to hide the gold.
That means they'd have to kill them every time to get the gold.
No, they took some stuff with them, but there's got to be like a hidden door or something. I say we go down there and keep searching for hidden doors, or we can come back too.
Well, I think obviously those commands command something. We haven't found anything else that commands, so it seems weird to use goblin commands to command skeletons, but it's worth a try. See if they respond. Because what were the commands? There was like a stop and a go and a come. Maybe we can.
Oh yeah, we could try. I mean, it's worth trying, right?
Tell them to stop in goblin and see what happens. They don't move very fast.
Tell them to show us where the loot is, right? That's really what this is all about.
I don't know if they're smart enough for that, but we can at least tell them to stop.
Yeah, I think that's our best bet because, man, we're striking out. If anything, we just kill them because they don't seem to be that bad.
Yep.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try that. It's worth it.
All right, sounds like you guys want to make your way back down there, so I'm going to go ahead and move us there.
Dang, teleportation. That's awesome.
Adam, can you post the list of commands that are on that sheet of paper?
I sure can. One moment.
It seems like if they lift, these guys could be really handy for carrying stuff to and from the boat, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what lift is.
Yeah.
Got some little undead dock workers there.
All right. So what's the plan? You gonna try to command them?
Ikakaru Rakam Wakaza.
All right, you boys ready?
All right.
Be ready.
All right. I'm gonna lift up the binding wooden plank.
Okay.
And then I'm going to open the door.
All right, this time as you open the door, the skeletons are ready for you. So I'm going to go ahead and throw us into regular initiative. All right, much like before, we'll start at the top. Jiro, I believe that you have alert. Would you like to offer?
Who was opening the door?
Brock,
do you want to switch?
Yes.
Brock, your token got duplicated somehow, so I just got rid of your extra.
Oh, I didn't see it, so I drug one on. My bad.
All right, make sure. Did you switch your initiative, Brock? Okay. So that was Jiro moving down. Brock, are you offering?
No.
And let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed Lucan. Lucan, you have it as well, right? Are you offering, Lucan?
Yeah, I'll offer it to Brannick.
I take it.
Okay, the two of you go ahead and swat. All right, that is our new initiative. Brock, you are first to act.
All right. 5, and we're gonna command him, right?
Yep.
Adam, I keep trying to move mine to 19 one moment.
This way, boys. Come on, we got work to do.
Sorry, there you go.
We're ready in action to actually what I'm gonna do. Yeah, they're gonna be coming. So I'm gonna ready in action to attack if the skeleton comes within range.
Alrighty, this one's turn. He's going to make his way down here and take a shot at Brannick. Brannick, defense roll, please.
They got arrows, boys.
Didn't anticipate that.
You evade the arrow as it flies over your head. This one is going to do the same. Another defense roll here, Brannick. You evade that one as well. This one is going to step out, short sword in hand, and he's going to take a swing at... He's going to take a swing at Brock. Brock, I'm sorry, you ready in action? 21, yep, that'll hit. You slam into the skeletons. You notice this dust, essentially, that was covering their bone, fades off and falls to the ground. He is then going to attack you, Brock. All right, you managed to evade that. So what he's going to do is he's going to burn his... yeah, so roll me another defense roll, Brock. Okay, so essentially he's burning his ability to make an advantage attack, and that is going to hit you. So as that attack slices into you, you're going to take 8 points of piercing damage. Okay, Brannick, you are next.
I'm going to yell, "Stop!"
They don't seem to react.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and
In
With
Goblin.
bonus-
In Goblin.
with a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh, and then I'm going to hit this creature in front of me.
Okay. That will connect. All right, you swing out, smash into him, and he collapses to the ground.
All right, I'm going to come over here, close that, and come up here, and in my turn, and say, "So what do you guys think now? They didn't stop."
Did you try it in Goblin?
Yeah, well, that's what Adam, that's what I meant when I told him to stop. I meant in Goblin.
I didn't hear that, but yeah, we're going to stick with common just because that's what we stuck with. But yeah, it did not seem to work. All right, the door is going to open as this one is going to step out. He is going to swing out at 9 reeds. 9 reeds defense roll, please.
Nope, hold on.
All right, you managed to evade that as the blade pierces by your body. And then 9 reeds, it is your turn.
I'm pretty sure that we're okay. I'm going to bonus action, rage. And then I'm going to attack with my trident. And I'm going to attack recklessly.
$21, yeah, that'll hit. You pierce into the creature, wounding it.
And then I would like to use the topple property.
Okay, make an effect roll.
That is strength, right?
You'd have to post topple. I don't recall off the top of my head. Constitution. Yes, you will force him to fall prone.
Nice. Action, bonus action. I don't plan on going anywhere, so end my turn.
Okay, Lucan.
Adam, I read that sheet of paper, but I don't speak Goblin. I'm not sure if I'd remember the words.
I mean, you read it briefly. The fact that you don't
Yep.
speak Goblin means you might mispronounce the words, but if there's one you're trying to say, you could.
I was definitely going to just try the stop.
All right, so you say what you think that was in very bad broken Goblin, but you don't see any reaction.
Okay. If I can still cast a spell.
Yep, yeah, that's just talking, no big deal.
Okay, I'll cast Magic Missile at the one that just came through the door.
Okay. Okay, so as those missiles strike into him, he is also going to collapse. He's already on the ground, but essentially he collapses again. And then Constitution save from you, Lucan. Yep, that will pass.
All right, and back up a little bit here too. So maybe 10 back to here. Get the square there. Yep, and then my turn.
Okay, Jiro.
Move up onto this bed. This says 20, 25, 30.
So what you're
bonus
seeing
action
here, Jiro,
dash.
just quick FYI, is these two are on the ground, and then behind them you see standing skeletons.
Okay. This one's dead.
Oh, I take that back. You can't see in the dark, so yes, you see two piles
Oh,
of
I have my
bones
lantern
on
in
the
my
ground.
hand. I just have my lantern in my hand.
I don't think I have light on you then. One moment. Okay, so you have lantern and then crossbow?
No, I stowed the crossbow. During the rest, I stowed the crossbow, grabbed the lantern, and then when we went back down, I lit the lantern.
Did you mention that or type that into chat somewhere? I just don't recall hearing it.
I did mention it.
Okay.
I
We'll
did,
assume
and I typed in the chat that I'd grabbed the lantern, and I did mention that I'd lit the lantern.
Okay, yeah, I missed the switch the crossbow for the sword.
I haven't taken out the sword right yet. I just have a lantern.
Okay, so you're holding just a lantern. Okay, got it.
Right. And this one is this one still alive?
There's two piles of bones on the ground there.
Okay. I'm going to move back a little bit because they look like they're down. That will end my turn.
Okay. All right, Aldrin is up next.
5, 10. So this is like downed, like dead.
There's two piles of bones there.
Okay. All right. I'll stand where I'm at, and I will throw my trident at that one.
Okay. That is going to miss.
Okay. Bonus action, bring the trident back to my hand, and I will end my turn standing here.
All right, this guy's going to make his way down. And he's going to attack Aldrin, so defense roll Aldrin. Yes, you managed to evade that strike with ease. Okay, next up is Brock.
All right, now I know those bones in the ground need to be hit one more time, but now that guy stepped up there, he's going to get an improvised weapon with my torch and on his skull as an attack.
Okay. Yeah, that will connect. All right, you smash into him and he drops.
All right. So, foot stomp at least one of those three that are down there.
Okay, that will connect and destroy one of them.
Hey, and that'll end my turn with an action, bonus action.
Okay, this one is going to move to here and then take a shot at Aldrin. So defensive roll Aldrin. All right, you will manage to evade that. He's then going to move to there. This one is also going to take a shot at you, Aldrin. This is going to hit you because he has advantage on the attack, which makes it a straight up attack. So the arrow flies towards you, connecting for 6 points of piercing. All right, I'm scooting this guy here just for a moment. So this one was destroyed by Lucan. So Lucan, please roll me a d20. Okay, so he is totally destroyed. And Brannick, roll me a d20 as well. Okay, so they are both destroyed. I'm just going to do that to quickly get them out of the way. Okay, Brannick, you are up next.
All right, I'm going to, Adam, on that list there, were they all one-word commands, or were there two-word commands at all?
From what you saw on a brief glance, it was just one-word commands.
I'm going to yell in here, retreat.
And you're saying that in common?
No, sorry, in Goblin.
Okay, you say the word retreat in Goblin. You don't see any immediate effect.
All right, I'm going to come back to my other spot. I want to make sure I got a good yelling in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and hold an action for Ray of Frost.
Okay.
I'm going to tell the party members, I told them to retreat. We'll see if that does anything for them.
All right, next up is Nine Reads.
Oh, sorry. I'm stuffing my face with the burrito. I'm going to move 5 feet to here. And then another 5 feet. And then I'm going to swing out at this guy right in front of me. And I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay. 19 will connect. All right, you stab out at him, wounding him badly.
And then I'm going to use my reaction to do the thing. Sublime something.
All right,
Sublime Demise.
that will indeed destroy him. Unfortunately, he's not high enough CR to give you a TP, but he is destroyed.
Alright, now I'm going to move back 5, 10, and end my turn.
Okay, Lucan.
Looking. Did it work? Are they still there? 10, 15, 20. Shoot, I'm gonna stop here behind Jiro and just ready my action to Ray of Frost if I see one come into my range.
All right, Jiro.
I'm going to move up a little bit. 20, 25, and take out my short sword and attack.
Okay.
Isn't there a...
22, you stab forth and connect. I don't believe you qualify for sneak attack, right?
Oh, I thought I turned that off. Okay.
So 2 points of damage. You stab out and hit him. That doesn't seem right. Do you have no dex bonus?
Should. Just because I.
Yeah, you might need to tweak that one. Just what is your dex bonus? I'll take that extra off of.
It's a +3 on damage. It's weird. Does it always like that? No, the crossbow has it on there. That's weird. Okay.
So he is wounded by your short sword.
And then vexed. Bonus action, disengage. Move 5 feet back in my turn.
Okay, Aldrin.
All right, move in 5, 10. Oops, didn't mean to close the door. 15. Let's see, 20. I'll get to there, and I will attack him with the trig.
Oof, that will miss.
I don't know if I've hit an attack this campaign. Okay. And then I will bonus action second wind.
Okay.
Yeah, I also rolled terribly on that. And in my turn.
I feel your pain.
All right, next up is Brock.
All right, moving 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm gonna use my torch to butt in with the improvised weapon attack.
Yes, that will hit. Okay, this will wound him.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Remember, he's sapped. So then I'm going to roundhouse kick to the jaw with an unarmed strike.
That will also hit. All right, so you notice the first time you hit him, this like dust falls off him. The second time, he's vulnerable to this attack and is destroyed outright.
All right, we're clear, boys.
We are effectively out of combat, folks. I am going to, however, lock the tokens because the moment combat ends, and I changed up the music. So the moment combat ends, you're going to notice, those of you in this room, on the east wall, there's this brilliant blue light that seems to be filtering the outskirts of what you assume is a secret door. The door to your west suddenly slams shut as though by magic. And the door to the east then is highlighted even further and suddenly opens. As the door opens, stepping through the doorway is a skeletal figure. The skeletal figure is wearing a pointy hat. It turns and it looks at those of you in the room, and as it moves its jaw, you hear this raspy voice say, "You're making too much noise." It then puts a skeletal finger to its mouth and says, "Shh."
All right. Yep, making too much noise. You studying in there? Reading books?
His head slowly looks at each of you and once again says, "Shh, keep it down." He then steps back through the door.
Okay, maybe we get our friends.
Adam, I'm going to try the door.
Feels locked or barred or something, like you try the handle and it's like solidly stuck there.
Yeah, I knew the answer, but I had to I had to try, right? Hey, you guys okay in there?
I have a feeling that door won't open unless this door is closed. Maybe I can trip this door to make it think that it's closed so that other door opens.
Okay, I'll test this door. I nod.
I'm going to look for some sort of latch or weight or something that would make this door, or maybe just press in the latch, I don't know, so that it appears that this door would be closed to any mechanism that might be locking the door to the west.
All right, give me a blind investigation check as you look for something like that, Jiro. You look around, you see no latch, nothing mechanical here sticks out to you that could be causing this.
Step through.
All right, you step through and find yourself in another room. The secret door opens towards you to reveal a clutter of broken glass and earthenware piled on the floor beyond. 3 small copper pots lie amid the debris. As you see the rest of this room, a bench runs down the west wall of what seems to be a laboratory. On the bench are jars of powders and liquids and several pieces of chemical apparatus. There is a table against the south wall forming an L shape with the bench. A book is open on the table. Also on the table is a candlestick with a tiny stump of unlit candle still in it, and a variety of other items that, even in the dim light, shine with the warmth of pure gold. One of these objects looks like a human skull.
As long as this guy's not paying me too much mind, I'm going to close this door. Or try to.
All right, you close the door. As you do so, you see that brilliant blue light fills the outline for a moment, perhaps 2-3 seconds, and then it fades.
Are you sure this is what you want to do, bud? Here, the door didn't open. Shit, the door's locked. Jiro.
I'm sure there's a way out.
No, we're stuck in here.
Well, he just
I feel your pain.
3 of his skeletons.
Feel your pain.
See, there's a desk in here. Maybe I can find a key.
Hydranes, can you get in there? Can you try to bash it in?
Guys, we're stuck in here. It looks like magic.
Tell them to be quiet too.
Yeah, okay, and be quiet. Okay, I
What?
told him, Jiro.
What did you say? What are
He
they
wants to
saying in there?
Quietly bash in the door? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh. Maybe another door open somewhere.
Before I check the desk, is there anything on this door that looks like a keyhole?
There is not, no. It's a very well-made secret door. In fact, if you look away from it and look back, you don't immediately detect where the door even is.
I'm going to see if I can search around that wall for a button or something, maybe.
Okay, blind investigation check, Jiro. There is no button, but as you're looking very carefully and touching parts of the wall, you feel part of the wall that's not as flush as the other part. And as you look there very carefully, you notice very faded what looks to be runes.
I see some magical writing, but I don't know what these are, other than magical writing. This could be the word that opens the door.
It's all you, bud. If the door unlocks, I'm gonna open this one as soon as I'm able. As you probably can't hear me, but
Hello?
The skeleton slowly turns. You hear the creaking of bones as he looks at you. He has no eyes, obviously being a skeleton, but you almost get the impression of like someone blinking at you for some reason. Yes.
Would you mind opening the way out?
You see he looks at you carefully, seeming to just stare inside of you. I opened the door once. You came in. If you want out, you must pay.
Do you take IOU?
No. You must pay a most terrible price. 2 coins of copper.
Oh, man. If I give you 3, can I get the key?
There is no key.
Two copper coins coming up.
All right, as you pull 2 copper coins out of a coin pouch on your side and hold them up to him, his skeletal hand reaches out and delicately plucks them from you. When he does, you see he holds them both up, one over each of your eyes. Not right up against your eye, but you can tell that's obviously the sort of image that he's going for. He then lowers them and puts them on the table behind him. And he makes his way up here, and you see he motions with his skeletal hand in that spot that you detected that bump and determined it was a rune, and you see it suddenly flares with bluish light. And you see he taps 3 of his fingers on 3 different runes here, very quick succession. And you see the light once again appears over the door, and then you see he just pushes with his hand and it opens. Now go.
This door's still locked. This one. Still locked.
You test the door here, Brock. It definitely feels locked, and then after a moment, all of a sudden, you hear almost like a gasp of air, and it seems as though the door is no longer held.
Oh.
Oh,
Let me out, let me out, let me out.
Okay.
we'll find.
What happened in there?
You guys find anything?
There's a guy you might want to. Loosely. Somebody you might want to talk to. Not someone.
Oh,
An
like-
entity.
okay.
You
I'll
might
go
know
talk
some
to him.
things.
Let's go
Magic.
see.
Magic stuff.
Ooh, magic stuff. I like magic stuff.
As soon as you go in there, the door's going to close. The way in and out is there's a rune, and I'll point out where the rune is. It's right there, but I don't know how it works. I don't know what it says. But you tap that thing in quick succession in 3 different spots, and door opens.
Door look open. Is there an obvious door here, or is it what he's
Yes.
describing? Okay,
You don't,
so like
you
I
don't
would-
see
Don't-
the rune he's talking about, because the rune's actually on the other side, but he kind of tells you like, oh, on the other side of the wall there's a rune, but you don't see one here. But yes, the door is open and it's visible.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm staying out. You guys can have at it.
me go in.
Oh, and bring some money.
The moment you step through, just
Oh.
like you were warned, the door slams shut right behind you. As it does, you see that flicker of bluish circle around the door, squaring the door essentially for just a moment, and then it goes away.
Nine reads. You're supposed to let me through first. Oh shoot. I'll check to see if any way of opening that secret door from this side.
Me
go ahead and
friends.
Blind investigation check there, Lucan. And then Nine Reed, you start speaking to the skeleton.
Yes.
You will notice that he slowly turns back around you to look at you. Many disruptions this day. How am I supposed to get... You are Dragonborn. That's what I need. A scale. And he steps forward and you see his skeletal hand reaches out to touch upon you.
I blink at him and I say, well, I hear you're very smart. Maybe we can trade.
As his hand just immediately touches upon you without stopping in any way, and you feel this just instant of pain as you see one of the scales on your skin. He just plucks it away as though it is just incinerated off. The binding that holds it to your flesh is just gone. And you see with little concern, he steps back now, and you see he takes the scale and places it in a beaker as he's looking at other things.
Maybe me not clear. Me have question. Me give you something, now you give me something.
Lucan, on your side of the door, you find that same rune that was described to you on this side of the door. It's very faded and hard to see, but it is there.
All right, can I see if I can make out what it is?
Give me a blind arcana check. You can't. It looks like 3 kind of bumps. They might be circles. They might be triangles. It's hard to say because of how faded it is. This doesn't seem familiar to you in any way of your arcana knowledge. Nine reads, as you say this to him, you see he isn't really paid you much attention. He seems to be just going along with his work.
Me want to know what this means on me chest. Can you look at it?
You see he stops and you see he turns to you slightly. Most things are of little interest. I'm sure you're the same. And he turns back to his work.
Oh, okay, whatever that mean. Can I get that so I can write that down?
What exactly he said?
Yes.
Yeah, I can type it up for you.
Can I try a combination of those runes? It's just going to be a total guess, but it's only 16 of them, so I guess 9. 3 factorial, 9.
When you say try them, give me an idea of what you're doing.
Push them in order, so it'd be like a triangle, square, squiggly line or something like that.
Okay, yeah. As you touch each one, oh man, that took me back. But as you touch each one, nothing changes. You see no indication that you're having any effect on it at all.
Okay.
Okay, well, what are you working on?
You see he turns back to look at you one more time. Your limited mind couldn't possibly understand.
We just want to know where the gold is.
Okay, well, can I get out?
You must pay a terrible price. 2 coins of silver.
Okay. Me have that. I give you.
All right, as you hold out 2 coins of silver, you see he reaches a bony hand, takes them, holds each one in each hand up over your eyes at a little bit of a distance, and then places them back on the table. And you'll see he will walk over here. And once he does so, you see he motions with his hand like in a waving motion, and you see the little symbols now light up, and you see he takes his 3 bony fingers and touches them, and once again you see that light emerges around the door, and then as it is done he just pushes it open, and he then goes back to the table.
Wait. Me get out. He want money to get out, but he also take thing from me. He take one of my scale.
Not sure what he'd be making with that. That's interesting. I'm a little concerned about going in there, alone especially. Was there any sign of the gold?
It's just, I don't know, table.
Did you ask him about the gold?
No. He said, nobody say.
A grand wizard of the undead, would you be willing to speak with a fellow master of arcane arts?
Give me a blind persuasion check here, Lucan. You hear the sound of his bones slowly rattling. As he gets to here, he just sort of looks at you at the moment and motions with his hand, and you see the door closes.
I'll take that as a no. I don't know, guys. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't the gold that we were looking for.
Well, I mean, they're not
Don't-
hiding the gold in there, I guess. Their stash.
I wouldn't piss him off too much. If he must be why that's dangerous, right? He must be the danger.
Yeah, and he probably creates those skeletons to protect him or give him maybe. Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
Brannick. I'm gonna close this door again. Brannick, we're leaving. I'm
Again,
gonna walk in and grab him at him and drag his ass out.
Okay.
I can't believe we're missing. They must have the stash here somewhere.
Lucan.
What kind of boat fits in the? I didn't see the where the dock is. What size of boat could get here? Do you think they could have loaded everything up onto that boat already?
I just think Ned's full of shit. They're just stole the brandy, and that's all they're doing. They're low-level cartels. Now we just made an enemy with these guys, and Ned's got to pay the price. I'm pissed. Ned's the next one meeting my hello and good night.
How did Ned meet these people?
Gambling.
Maybe we trace Ned's steps, see if we can locate him that way. Or we could ambush them, see if they come back. There doesn't seem to be much reason to come back unless they're really in the brandy. Or we're missing something.
Lucan, the skeleton said something to me.
Oh, what was that, Nine Reeds?
Most things are of little interest, and I am sure you are the same. And he said that about my chest.
Lucan sort of leans into the chest again, looking at the symbol. I wouldn't worry about that, Nine Reeds. The undead, they get bored. They usually are sort of set to, from what I understand, set to follow one path. So I think your chest is interesting, my friend. We'll figure it out.
Oh, he is interesting. Yeah.
What did those symbols say?
Beyond me right now, I'm afraid. I couldn't really. It was this side of the door. They were worn out so bad I couldn't really see them.
Okay, well, we think we should go home now.
Yeah, we have the silk, we have some brandy and some coin. We just made enemies of this smuggling group. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, if they weren't using those skeletons, makes me think they might have some worker goblins somewhere, right? Why else would you have a translation map for goblin commands?
If we're heading back to town, I might report this to the town bailiff. So
Is this a fireplace, Adam?
It is, yes.
I don't know. Magic fingers, one more try before we leave. Did you search that fireplace up here?
Give it a try, but
I don't know. But it's something like I'm pissed.
Try it.
Go for it, Jiro.
I already looked. There's nothing there.
Oh, you did already. Okay.
And do we fully search this room in here with this creepy skeleton? There's all these wine racks, and there's a fireplace in here too.
Well, we didn't really search that undead skeleton's chambers much. I only gave it a brief once over, which is what you guys must have saw.
There's all these racks of things here and boxes. Worth another look.
Did you try those commands on that skeleton?
I did not. I didn't really get much of a chance to parlay with him, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna rage search this room, Adam.
Rage search. Okay, those things usually go together. Give me a blind investigation check.
Just imagining Karlak in that area where she burns everything up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sorry, investigation's my second one.
All right, so searching the area around you, you find nothing else of interest. Because there's nothing urgent here, if you guys are really wanting to search this room thoroughly, I can have, let's say, 10 minutes pass by and do a group check and see if you find anything.
Sounds
Yes,
great,
please.
but I'm pissed when I'm doing it. Fucking Ned, he's gonna. I'm gonna yank all his hair out, rip his.
All right, so each of you that wants to participate, please give me a blind investigation check. All right, with 3 of you participating, that was 2 successes, 1 failure. So you spend 10 minutes or so searching this room. I will remind you that this corpse has plate mail armor on it. It is disgusting looking. It has a lot of like blood and viscera around the corpse. So obviously that would be on the plate armor as well, but there is plate armor there. In addition to that, the Giro, you notice that under one of the wine racks on the west wall there, you do find one bottle that has not been opened. It's just kind of lying under there, maybe hit the ground, just rolled under. No one ever spotted it.
Oh, there's a bottle of wine here. Anything stand out to me about the wine?
Give me a blind investigation check as you look it over to see if anything does stand out to you. No, maybe you're not much of a wine connoisseur. It just looks like a bottle of wine to you.
I could use that to bash Ned across the skull, knock his nose on the other side of his head.
Hey, Nine Reeds, do you think if we clean that armor up, I know it's disgusting now, but I think if we clean that armor up, do you think it would fit you?
Me don't really wear that.
We could sell it.
Yeah, we do that. I could carry.
It'd be worth something. And try to not have a total loss on this adventure.
Okay, let's carry.
And I can carry a few things, guys. I'm not that weak.
So one of you plans to pick up this armor off the nasty corpse?
Yes.
All right, 9 reads, that's going to be you?
Sounds like it.
All right, so you start peeling this armor off this corpse. It's very squelchy sound, just absolutely nasty. You're having to like move bone and stuff like that and flesh to reveal each of these pieces. Go ahead and throw me a dexterity saving throw here, 9 reads.
You want that blind or?
Yep, you can just make it public. Okay, so as you're taking this armor off, you're putting, the arm inside, all of that kind of thing, you notice too late as one of those nasty white maggots that you had fought before in swarms, a single one of them still attached to the body as you're pulling it out has gotten onto your skin, and you notice as you look down, you see just like the end of it as it has burrowed into your flesh.
Oh, I'm gonna try and grab it and rip it out, just like its tail.
All right, so you try to grab at it. As you're grabbing at there and you feel it like squirming around inside of you, trying to get really inside of you, you're going to take 3 points of piercing damage. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check as you try to very nimbly grab onto this small piece that is still exposed to pull it out.
Oh, that is not happening. I'm gonna die.
You are unable to get it, and you see the last bit of its tail goes into your body. I'm going to put us into initiative order because now we're in very time-sensitive mode.
Help me.
All right, I don't think the order is necessarily critical, so I'm not going to ask about alert or anything here. But Jiro, you notice this occurring. You notice Nine Reed's kind of freaking out. What would you like to do?
Do I know anything about maggots? Like,
You can use a study action to see if you recall anything about this. Okay.
Like, I
go.
don't. What would that be?
It's going to be your action. It's going to be a blind nature check to see if you know anything about these beasts or these creatures. Looks like you did not have your token selected there. One moment. Yeah, so with that roll, unfortunately, you don't know anything about like how to combat these or how to fix this issue. Anything else on your turn, Jiro?
Yes.
Okay, Aldrin.
I'll use a bonus action to summon a packed like dagger. Be like, guide me, and I'll try to pry the thing out of him with this dagger.
So you don't see it there anymore. So essentially, what you're saying is you want to just try to cut open a hole in his skin.
I mean, I guess like right below where it went in. Yeah.
Okay.
Try to like just rip it out.
Okay, and Nine Reeds, are you resisting this in any way, or are you letting Aldrin auto hit?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him do that, I guess. It's just a dagger, 1d4.
Okay, so throw dagger damage, like you actually hit Nine Reeds here as you're trying to cut into his skin and figure out where this thing is.
Okay. I gotta find the dagger on here. The custom I don't think would be there. Well, I mean technically it is because it's a one-handed weapon. I don't know if I can not do that because I've only one weapon in my hand.
Yeah, I know. I would say it applies. Yeah, so 7 damage then to Nine Reeds. Go ahead and throw me a sleight of hand check here, Aldrin.
Okay.
It's going to be blind.
And if that failed, I'll use my inspiration on it to do it again.
All right, so what I'm doing is I'm giving you a bonus to this roll based on the amount of damage that you dealt to Nine Reeds. So with that, you stab into him, and you see he winces really badly. And then as you pluck your blade out, you see the maggot at the end of your blade.
I will then like stab it as hard as I can into the ground to try to kill
It's
the thing.
no longer moving, but yeah, you get it off of your blade. It seems as though you stabbed it like essentially right in its center mass and killed it.
Sorry, buddy. You all right? I'll take that as a yes.
All right, team, we're at the end of our session time here. So to get us in a nice stopping point, it sounds like you guys want to continue getting this plate mail off of this body and then take that and anything else that you already have back to Saltmarsh. Is there anything else you're trying to like haul back that hasn't already been discussed?
I'd like to get some of that brandy.
All right,
got
each
some.
cask weighs 20 pounds, so depending on how much you can carry, feel free to take as many casks as you have weight allowance for.
I'll take one. I'll take one cast, and don't forget about the silks you got, Nine Reeds. I'll put one cast.
Yep, I got them on my sheet.
I can take a few. How do I tell what my max carry is before encumbered?
It's 15 times your strength, if memory serves, and then it'll show up on the sheet automatically when you add too much.
Okay.
Okay, so as you guys are figuring that out, again, to just leave us in a good spot, I'm going to give you a quick bit of information. You guys do eventually make your way out of here, make your way back to Saltmarsh proper. That walk is not too difficult. I know, Brock, you said you want to try to track Ned down to get some information out of him. Is that right?
Yeah. He's gonna. My right and left are gonna help figure it out.
Okay, so what I will say is once you get to his house, he's not wanting to receive visitors, but as you're like kind of trying to bark through the door, at his mom and so forth, like, hey, I really need to talk to him, that kind of deal, she essentially tells you, why don't you go talk to the council instead? They'll probably want to hear what you have to say. Ned's not feeling good, he's not ready to talk to anybody. So you get that bit of information. As far as the things that you found here, those bolts of cloth, the silk cloth, do seem to be particularly valuable. If you wish to try to sell them, I think, was it 9 reeds that you collected all of them?
Yes. Although I'd probably try to give them to somebody else who could probably get a better price.
Okay. Does somebody want to volunteer to try to sell those off?
I can do it. Sold
All
the
right.
last set of things.
Go ahead and throw me a blind persuasion check here, Aldrin. Okay, with that roll, you can find a buyer here at the green market who's willing to purchase those for 50 gold pieces per bolt. There were 8 bolts, so that would be 400 gold if you wish to sell them.
I would say yes.
Heck
Okay.
yeah.
And any casks that you wish to sell, again, assuming you guys have already calculated how many you were able to bring back, each cask can be sold for 10 gold pieces.
Nice. Got one.
And it was 20 pounds per in like up to our encumbrance. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say it probably wouldn't make sense for you to like be trying to drag them all back. So yeah, I would say once you got too much, that would probably be the end of it.
I mean, physically, like, would it make sense to be able to carry more than one per person? Like, is it something that you would need 2 hands to carry around, kind of a thing? Maybe 9
If
reeds
you're
is big.
strong, you could probably carry 2 at a time, like in your actual hands. If you did something like tie a rope to tie them to you, then you could go up to your max carry weight.
I was gonna say I can carry 10 by myself, which is 200 pounds.
I took 5 of them.
I took a cask.
But I don't think there's even that many in there. You'd have to count.
Yeah, we should
I
double
only took
check.
one. I only grabbed one because it only made sense. So then I sold it.
Let's go.
And how much were they each?
10 gold pieces per cast. They weighed 20 pounds. Yeah, I can give you a total count on how many total were there. Okay, there was 8 in one of the rooms. And the other room contained 5, so a total of 13.
Sounds like we have the carrying capacity to take all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, across us all for sure.
All right, so feel free to calculate that if you guys are selling all of those, which I assume so. With that, you'll have some additional coin. One thing I wanted to point out here, I'm assuming that you guys are bunkering down because you're going to want to take a long rest and you're not trying to rush out to somewhere. Is that right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. I think we're pretty beat up.
All right, so as a reminder, you will get another week of downtime. I'm going to go ahead and reveal a quick handout here as these additional downtime activities have become available to you based on what has occurred so far in the campaign. So these are additional options that you can now take. Think of this as you've heard this through the grapevine, or a member of the Adventurers Guild that you're members of have told you about, particularly when it comes to Study the Sublime Way. This is something the Adventurers Guild would have let you know that Orion filled them in and, essentially made it available. So that is where you guys learned about that information. If you choose to take one of these, make sure, you just type it in chat and then follow the instructions according to what the benefit says. Other than that, I can tell you at a high level, experience-wise, you guys definitely wouldn't have gotten enough to get to 3 yet. When we come back, you're going to be able to speak to the council, but unless they direct you somewhere immediately, do you guys have a plan as far as what you want to do next? Do you want to do the ancient ruins again, or is there somewhere else that you're wanting to head?
I'd be down to go back to the ancient ruins if there's
Yeah, I
nothing.
would say
Yeah.
Brock is trying to make a name for himself and make some money, get rich now. He sees the value in this shit, and he's fuck Ned. I'm never doing anything for that punk.
All right, fair enough. So I heard 3 ancient ruins. So I will assume that's your plan to head there. Yes, Lucan, you can get those valued 10 gold pieces each for those. If there's anything else that you're wanting to sell, feel free to type in the chat. I will look between this week and next week, let you know the total. But other than that, guys, a good session. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There was a lot of stuff, as you probably suspect, that was missed there. And yeah, that's just nature of the game, of course. But other than that, yeah, we'll pick up next week. We'll see where things go with that council meeting if you guys decide to take that. And then I will assume you guys are making for the ancient ruins to see what this is in store for you there. So I hope you guys all had a good one. It was a great session. Have a good week, and we'll see everybody next week.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Good job, guys. See ya.